in it cool. Him and her, and then say you gonna do like, oh. I would first like to start off by saying, North London forever.
Come on, you gonna.
Whatever the weather.
Come on,
I know you guys thought when Joyce was here that we didn't know anything about football.
That was just bad.
That was just bad. That was all a lie. That was a joke. That was just
I had to
banter.
block someone in the comments though, some fucking idiot. Man.
I am red from the top of my head to the bottom of my soles, bruv. I am red all through. North London is red. London is red. Mm-hmm. We are red.
We're red babes. We are red babes.
Until somebody else wins.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I am having a fucking time.
It is a good time
being a football fan at the moment. I am having a blast. Truly, just from my journey from my car to the studio, 4 people told me congratulations.
Look at that.
4. Someone beeped me and said, Gunners! I was like, yeah!
And they tried to say that this country's a shithole.
I feel like I'm part of a community. But I also do feel like raggedy. Like, in a sense of like, I feel like this is the closest I'd feel to wearing the England flag.
I thought you supported Manchester United.
Yeah.
Listen, I say that as someone who just goes where the wind blows.
I am a glory hunter.
Same.
I support who wins. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I have T-shirts to wear whatever the season takes me, you know. To be fair, I got this because I once posted a T-shirt of me wearing a Man United T-shirt, and the next working day, Twin sent me this top. He was like, if you don't take that bullshit off you right now, and this was in the post, I think he might even couriered it. I don't think it was even in the post.
He said, get that shit off your back.
It was couriered, and what a gift.
No, what a gift. But I will say, though, that I do think
COYG.
Come on, you Gunners.
That's what it stands for. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know.
I didn't know till yesterday.
No, neither did I. So when I saw that you posted, like, asking for the definition on Google, I asked, I was like, to Nick, what is Quig? And then he was like, I beg your finest pardon. I was like, what is Koyag? And then he was like, oh my God, are you joking? He was like, come on, you Gunners. I was
proper trying to work it out. I thought it was like abbreviations for their names. I was like,
I thought it was like a brand.
I had no fucking idea.
I thought it was like who endorsed them, who sponsored them. That's what I thought this whole time. I was like, what do Koyag make? Like,
so as Arsenal fans for the season, we need to know Koyag. Come on, you Gunners. Mm-hmm. I bleed red. No, I bleed red.
I bleed red.
Yes.
Hang on, but the thing is, Gunners and Gooners, are they the same thing?
No, Gunners are the football players.
Gooners are the fans.
Oh, the fans.
So I'm a gooner.
Okay, so we're Gooners.
That's what that man said to me as he drove past on the bike.
He called you a
Some
gooner.
black man. He said gooner. I thought it was an insult. I'll be honest. I thought it was an insult.
Like a gooner.
So I was like, are you fucking calling me names? But you know what? I will have it. So come on, you Gunners.
Come on, you Gunners.
Gooners. We bleed red. North London is red. London is red.
Okay. I don't know
And
anything. All I know is Quig.
yes. And the only reason, correct me if I'm wrong, why North London is red is because Tottenham is also North London. So when they win, I think North London might be blue. But that's not what we're here for.
So that would make it a derby. Do you know what a derby is? So a derby is when 2 teams from the same part of town play against each other.
So like Man U and Man City, of course.
So like Aston Villa and Aston Villa and Birmingham FC. Yeah, that would be a derby.
Honest, I know you brought up the whole Manchester United thing. It's the same colours.
Exactly. No, but what I will say
Manchester United is red when they win.
But Arsenal does have the most fire kit.
I do think they have the nicest kit.
They do have the nicest kit because a lot of people, especially Americans, wear it for fun.
Yeah, I do. I'm not wearing it for fun. I'm wearing it for honour.
She's serious about her shit. But
I'm wearing this for honour and pride.
Let
me just make sure you can see the gun.
Yeah, it is really nice.
Is that a gun? What is that meant to do? It's still a cannon.
A cannon, yeah.
I knew that. But yeah,
because they've got thingies in their arsenal.
North London forever.
Come on.
Whatever the weather.
Come on, you Gunners.
Come Koyag. Saka, saka, saka. Saka, saka, saka. Bukaya, saka. Declan Rice, why so nice?
Does he play for Arsenal?
He sure does.
Does he? Declan Rice
he sure does play for Arsenal.
You know they call him Declan Rice and Peas.
Yeah, because there's always rice at home when you've got Declan on your team. Come on, you
Come on, Declan Rice.
What a time. We love football.
What a time.
Yay, sports.
If Nick could hear me now, because I technically, by proxy, support Fulham.
Nobody likes losers.
Which is like always,
Nobody likes losers.
Always a sad day in my house regularly.
Do you know what I did watch randomly? I watched the Jamie Vardy doc on Netflix.
Oh, those raggedies.
So it kind of made me like
got a
him.
documentary on Netflix?
Yes.
Okay.
It's part of the Untold series.
Right, okay.
And so the reason why I watch it is I love a sporting success doc when the underdogs, oh my God, I love it. I don't know what it is. That format of a documentary of a show, the underdogs that didn't have no hope, blah, 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 blah. He was this like young guy who was like working in a factory. So like he didn't get scouted till he was 24, which is quite old for a footballer. Yeah. So even when they said to him that was like, oh, you're gonna make the Premier League, he kind of laughed. He didn't think that was like possible or whatever. And he was just like a scatty little road player. He didn't have all the PR training that their man had. Like he was just this like local lad that was good at football. And he's like done so well for himself.
That's it. Good for
and
him.
also he was very loyal. He stayed with Leicester. Is it Leicester?
I used to support Leicester City.
He stayed with them for like 13 years. You'd think like he would like change, chop and change, but he stayed there. And that was the first people who signed him. And the whole story is about when Leicester won the league that year.
That's the year I supported them.
Because that was amazing.
That was a time. I was like, and the reason why I decided to support Leicester City that year is because, what do you mean you were like not even in the Premiership? You were
they were nearly relegated.
Yeah, they were nearly relegated. And then here you are to fucking come and win. If that's not a success story that doesn't support that doesn't deserve some supporters, I don't know what is. I don't care what you call me.
I love the sporting. Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. Even like with the win and everyone's posting Declan's video being like, it's not done yet. Because there was a time Arsenal thought they were out.
Yeah.
And he was on the floor and he looked up and said, it's not done.
It's not done. Look at that faith.
My God, look at the faith.
Come and see faith.
I get why you like football. And guess what soon? The World fucking Cup.
Oh, let's have it. Hopefully we can
let's have it like mad.
Yeah, because
let's be having it and having it some more.
Because it will be like 10 years ago since we had the last one, and that was the last time we had a really good summer. Do you remember? The summer of maybe that was the Euros, but wasn't it summer of 2016?
There was that really good, I think that might have been a Euros. Yeah,
and was it maybe Euros? But there was a big sporting event going on at the time, and that just brought us all together as a nation.
Yeah.
So hopefully 10 years later, we can bring
World
it
Cup
home
and we can do it again.
Yeah,
I mean, we're not going to bring it home.
I mean, we're not, but it's nice to be optimistic.
But it's nice to assume that we might bring it. Maybe we will bring it home.
Hope.
I don't know. Who plays for the England team now? Declan Rice, Saka. And some other football players that I'm sure are very, very, very great.
But it's sad because all the like other ones go home, don't they? Like Mo Salah will probably go back and play for his home country.
Yes, they do.
Do you know what I mean? Saka,
but not all of them. Saka plays for England.
Saka plays for England.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I've got.
Nigeria didn't make it this time.
I don't know.
I don't know if Ghana did.
I've got no idea.
I don't know, but I know Nigeria didn't make it into the World Cup, so I will be supporting England.
Yeah, same. If Ghana's not
with caution.
Yeah, exactly.
Because as soon as he gets to you, as soon as a black man makes a mistake on that field, it's a problem.
As soon as we lose, we just go back to
Look, we were talking about how we weren't really into football, but there was a time when we really knew football players. Like the David Beckham, John Terry era. You knew all of them.
Yeah, proper.
And they were like, I know that football players now are famous and stars, but they're not celebrities in the such as where they were then, because the Wags were celebrities, they were celebrities. Like there was more of a culture of the photographing them outside of nightclubs and all things like that.
Ashley
but
Cole,
I don't know if the new lot are just well behaved.
I think it's just different because back then it was the time of newspapers, and I feel like we underestimate like how much impact newspapers had because that's how a lot of us consumed our news.
Yes,
do you know what I mean? Like in my house, there was always a newspaper there every
morning. I bought.
Day. Do you know what I mean?
I bought
like,
newspapers.
You would buy them, and then there was a time we could get them for. Is the Metro still a thing?
Metro,
but not like.
I think the Metro might still be a thing, but it is this thin.
Yeah, right.
It is so thin now.
So newspapers were just always around, and I feel like what made the front page like was a big deal, and it was splashed across everywhere, and just now it's just different. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the way we consume stuff is just like, but maybe they have put tabs on them.
And I think
now.
the Wags made them popular culture.
100%.
I don't know if the girls are really wagging like they used to.
No, they're not wagging.
The girls are not really wagging like they used to,
wagging.
innit? The girls used to wag.
They were like Wag Pro Max, like the wives and girlfriends.
So much
of
so there was a TV show called Wags. Do you remember?
I remembered that. Wags Boutique as well.
Yes.
So there was Wags Boutique, and then do you remember Footballers' Wives?
Footballers' Wives.
And that was based off of the Wags.
Yeah, it was
culture.
based. Footballers' Wives was some of the best.
it was so dramatic, yeah.
Do you know Footballer's House was the first time I ever heard of an hermaphrodite?
Oh, really?
I'd never knew what that was ever in my whole life.
Interesting.
And I remember there was a storyline about, is that a bad word now?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay, cool. Because the way it's side eyeing me, when it's like, he is holding his breath to be like, what is this raggedy bitch going to say that I have to edit out? No, but genuinely, I'd never heard of it before. Actually, that's a lie. Sierra.
Do you know what I saw?
Sierra was the first time.
This guy was like,
why did that go around?
He was
like
and then he was just like, do you know what? He was like, I'm big mad. He was like, this gay guy. He was like, I'm so mad because why in 2010 were we all going around saying that Sierra was a man?
But why?
But I don't know. And then people in the comments saying, yeah, that rumour reached the UK.
No, and what's so mad about that rumour was that, like, there was no internet really.
Out of nowhere.
And it spread like wildfire. And everyone's like, oh yeah, she's a hermaphrodite.
Apparently 50 Cent started it, which would not surprise
That would make sense. That would make absolute
Which would make
sense.
perfect sense. Apparently he started because they dated, didn't it?
Did they?
Yeah, they dated. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was like a bit bitter and then just put it out there. And then because she danced quite hard.
Would you put your thing closer to you, please?
Oh, I think it's because she danced quite
that
hard.
She must be a man.
Which is so dumb.
That is so
It's
dumb.
ridiculous. But honestly, there was nothing else apart from like she was quite powerful in her dance moves.
When she was here, would you have said to her, hey Sarah, did you ever hear about
Never. Never. Can you imagine? She would have walked right out.
She would have walked
Can you imagine?
out.
Oh
if
my
I was
God.
a celebrity, I'll talk about fun rumours like that.
Yeah, because that's
it's not like it's
ridiculous.
clearly bullshit.
It's clearly ridiculous.
But then have you seen that thing where someone's asked Mary J. Blige? So remember
Yeah,
that? Mary J. Blige is so strict.
She's so
I'm
moody.
almost scared
Oh my
to talk
God.
about her. She is strict.
No, she really
She
is.
actually is so strict, right? So I think years ago she'd done like a chicken KFC.
Yeah, Burger King.
A Burger King, like a Burger King advert, and she was singing about chicken.
Chicken,
And-
fresh lettuce, tomatoes.
And till this day, so there was a time when I worked at BuzzFeed, right? So they had an eating show, and I said, I'm never going to eat chicken on the internet. Because I think there was something crazy about
giving
making black
racism.
people eat chicken on the internet. There's just something coded about it, like, especially around that time.
And Burger King, like you gave her the chicken burger of all things. You can't tell me that's coded. They do other things
Very,
there.
very coded. So obviously everyone used to make it like it was a funny advert. I think recently someone asked her about that advert. She did not find it funny.
Not at all.
She was fuming.
But the thing is, though, she tried to say, that how, she was basically set up and she didn't... Ma'am, you sang the song. Like, what are you talking about? Like, she tried to make it seem like, in the post-edit, she didn't really know what she was signing up for and this, that, and the third. Mind you, you performed the song and you sang it, so I'm not really having it. It's clearly the backlash that's made you... And the thing is, there wasn't backlash. People weren't even mad at her because she was doing a chicken advert, which is definitely coded. But it was more just fun. It was just funny because you're there talking about fresh lettuce, tomato, and mayo, and chicken. But like you're actually singing it in a very serious way.
Yes.
And then she just got like dragged on the internet and everyone was laughing at her.
She did not
and
find
I don't
it-
think she likes being the butt of a joke
no,
at all. She's a
no.
very serious
Yeah.
woman. And so she was
Do you
fuming.
think people who are really serious and strict like that, right, or just moody like that, are like... So, for example, I use myself for example. Like, I for a long time was very happy-go-lucky, like happy to have a laugh, whatever, in a good mood. And then life happened, and I think I went through quite a strong season of just being quite a moody cunt. Like, and you try to shake yourself out of it, whatever. But you know, there were some people that like nothing. They are just to their core. And even
It's a
in my
it's a
moody cunt,
personality type.
I always say my misery doesn't like company. So when I'm moody cunt, I don't want to see it. Like, please, I'm not one of those people that I'll now come and spoil everybody's day. That's my worst. People that are moody and then know that they're not in the mood, but then come out. As soon as,
exactly. Just
if I'm not in
stay
the
at
mood,
home.
and I say I'm like, babe, I'm not really in the mood.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anybody's, because I know that my energy is contagious as well. So when I feel nasty, I can spread that nastiness around. So misery for me doesn't like company. It likes to stay in my room. It doesn't even like to go downstairs. I don't even like to take that bad vibe downstairs. It stays in the room. But there are just some people that, to the core of them, are the moodiest.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between having a mood swing and being a moody person. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
I feel like we
yeah.
can have a mood swing. We're human. No one is, I don't care how peppy you are, like, no one is happy all the time.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is actually, she's from New York. Do you know what I mean? She's from
What does
New
that
York.
mean?
She's had like a hard life.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? She
It's
grew
a
up
hard
tough.
knock
Like,
life
a lot of
for
New Yorkers
us.
that grow up there from like, certain boroughs or
Yeah, and
whatever.
also she
will
had to
tell
pay her
you-
husband
Yeah, exactly.
monthly
like,
money. That
she's-
made me
like, When you
sick.
think
That
about
made
Mary,
me
like
sick.
Mary has actually been through a lot. Do you know what I mean? And so I feel like it's always been her persona. And I feel like she's the kind of person that reserves it for her nearest and dearest. Like
her happiness.
Yeah, like her happiness. But I feel like her whole thing has been like, don't play with me.
Because even when she's on stage dancing, she's just like...
exactly. Very
I
nonchalant.
Guess, sure, if I have to.
Yeah. But I think it's her personality. I just think she's a very hard person. And yeah.
There are certain, like, I remember like when I was younger, this auntie, I remember being in my mum's church and this woman comes in, and I didn't used to go to the same church as my mum, so we just went there if there was like a celebration or something. And this woman comes in and there's an auntie sat next to me. She started shaking. She's like, her spirit doesn't match my spirits. Like she physically reacted to this woman. She's like, her spirit doesn't match my spirits. And I'm thinking, this is a weird thing, but I hear it.
Yeah, it.
There are some energies that walk in the room. I might not physically shake, but that person has shifted the room.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Good, and sometimes for the good, and sometimes for the bad. Sometimes it's like,
yeah.
oh, that mood has shifted the room.
Definitely. Some people lift a room, some people like darken a room, you know. But yeah, no, Mary J. Blige, she was not happy about that question. She was like, because the guy was even bantering when he asked her. She was like, that was not funny at all. And she was like, she's like, I will never laugh about that. Like that was not funny to me at all.
Sorry, Mary cackling.
And the guy was like,
sorry, Mary.
But yeah, no, exactly.
It's not funny
probably
at all.
shouldn't even clip this because if she catches us,
She will beat us out.
But she'll come find us. But yeah, she is something else.
Very, very strict lady.
Sis.
Very, very strict lady. But hey, I hear it. Because I do hear that some people do not play about their name.
Yeah.
Like, jokey or not jokey, don't play about my name.
I think that's what
Which
it
I
is.
hear,
Like, I don't
yeah.
think she wants to be like caught up in any type of
Don't
bullshit.
me, don't play about my name.
Just, when it comes to me, think of music and let's just keep it moving.
What do you think? If you're a celebrity, you've been memed, how do you think, how would you react? I'd go along with it, you know?
Same.
I think I'd go along with it. Depending on what the meme is.
Yeah, exactly. If it's like...
Someone's calling me a paedophile or something weird.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to
No.
even say the man's name because we've moved on from him and I don't want to revive some old shit. But remember the man who became a meme for many years in British culture?
I actually have no idea who you're talking
Dominic
about. Oh my God. You're out of order for bringing that up.
I did not want to because he is dead. That is dead in the water, child.
So you mean they don't revive him at New Year's Eve
Not
anymore?
really, you know. It's been a minute. I haven't really seen that meme.
Yeah, but have we really talked about
Yeah,
the
what's the time?
No.
No.
What
the
level
girl that
of
was
eater
riding his
are
face
you? What level of eater
on the
are
concrete
you
slabs of
that
London?
you are letting someone like? Do you know how greedy? No. How greedy. You laid there, you said, I will eat, I will feast today. And you let someone use your mouth for dishwasher.
Exactly.
And she was just riding your face.
They were both equally as raggedy.
On the staircase.
But he definitely got it bad.
On the staircase.
And I just remember that lived on for so long.
Many years.
Especially on Twitter. That was at the height of
What
Twitter.
was crazy about it was like, that's how we saw into his New Year.
Exactly. Can you imagine?
This is why it's good to go to church on New Year's Eve.
Exactly. And
Because
not
if
do
you are in
fuck shit.
church on New Year's Eve, guess what doesn't happen? No one catches you on the staircase
At all.
munching a vag out.
At all. And the thing is, I'm sure he's changed his name. He's in the witness protection program, and if I walked past him, I would not recognize him.
No,
Do you
I
know what I
wouldn't.
mean? I'm sure, like he.
No, unless he had, like,
remember,
the same blazer
back
on,
then,
I wouldn't.
He's so lucky that the technology wasn't even technology back then, because even the picture was so grainy. Because remember, it would have been.
No, but during the actual picture of him in the night out,
yeah, but then
when he was in the club, like posing with his blazer. Do you remember that one? I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry, Dominic.
Do you know what? I'm just visualizing that picture now because, but to be fair, unbeknownst to him, he didn't know he was going to devour that picture in the club. Would have been taken before the shenanigans.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean?
But whoever found that clear picture is wicked.
But the detectives that like did the maths and found the picture to connect the incident to that is actually. But
I
that
want to
was
talk
at
to so
time.
many people who were memed and then the story behind the meme.
Yeah, no,
there's so many faces that are like, where did that actually
There's
come
a
from?
girl,
It's
she's
fine
a
when it's on
kid
TV
meme.
shows.
Yeah. But
When it's like-
Nene's talked about it. She's just like, but she's more angry that she's not getting paid off of it. So she's
That's
just,
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
because
she's
to
just
be fair,
like
Nene is gift,
Nene
like
is
mad.
GIF and meme
Yeah.
material. Like she is the queen of all of that stuff. Like she is probably the most used person, and she's just like, I haven't seen a damn. She's like, literally, she hasn't seen any money
That's
from
an
that.
interesting conversation.
And it's like, I get it. Like if people are going to use your sayings and your likeness, but Do you know what? I guess more for her, because if that was Kris Jenner, she would
have found a way, bro.
She would have trademarked everything. She would have copyrighted every single thing.
She would have found a way.
And she would have found a way to like eat off of that. But I guess like at the time, no one knew that memes and stuff were going to become a thing. And apparently like memes are like public property or something. So there isn't actually a way of
interesting. And also, I guess
monetizing.
with Nini as well, like she did it on a TV show that didn't belong to her, so it would be it would be owned by Bravo, not her, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so there is that.
By that logic, if anyone said anything funny, you'd be able to like monetize off of it. Do you know what I mean? So I guess where would you draw the line? But yeah, I wouldn't mind at all, so long as it's something funny. Like if it's a
the
facial
internet has
expression.
given us things.
No, the internet really has given.
Even like the older school, Charlie bit me. Oh, I love that.
That was
video.
at the beginning of
I
YouTube.
was so obsessed with that video. I went to name my kid Charlie.
Yeah,
because I just loved it. He was like Charlie bit me. I bet he's grown with 4 kids by now.
Yeah, they're
because
grown.
that was because even those 2 girls, Sophia and Thingy.
Yeah, they both got babies and
Do
stuff.
you know? This is so crazy.
Insane.
There was a very short period, probably about 5 minutes of my life, that I thought those 2 girls were the girls' bathroom. I swear down. I'm not even joking. No, it was a very like.
No,
it was for like 5 minutes. I was like, wait, do you think these are the same girls? It was
that is
ages
too
ago.
funny.
And I thought, because
it's not impossible.
Obviously, it's Sophia. And I was just like, wait.
It's not impossible. Yeah, I
Of
can
course
see.
it's not.
I can see why you would draw that
But
connection.
if you guys know what I'm talking about, it was Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia and I can't remember the other one.
Girl's name. What were they famous for?
Nicki Minaj singing to Nicki Minaj.
Yes,
And
she
they
could.
went on
Yes,
Ellen.
and then she went on Ellen. And she was doing for a little time. I thought they were the girls' bathroom. Truly, it was probably about 5 minutes of my life.
So
then I was like,
funny.
actually, no, that makes no sense. The girls' bathroom are British.
No, that is so
just
funny.
very, very
No, but
quickly.
those girls are British.
Yeah. What if it's them?
Sophia, Cynthia, is it you guys?
Is it you guys? Let us know. What was the Nicki Minaj bar again?
It was.
What one is it?
Excuse me, I'm one of guys.
The American guys. I mean, say Mama, you American Pie.
Yeah, whatever that song is.
I used to know that.
Super
It's on
bass.
Super Bass.
Yeah.
You got that boom, 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 bass.
They proper used to go in, but the other one, the blonde one, I can't remember who's who. She was just a background dancer.
Yeah, she was.
And then the dark-haired one knew all the lyrics.
No,
she knew
you
all
can't tell me
all
that's not the girls'
bars.
bathroom.
No, it could.
I feel like it is, and then they're not admitting it.
Maybe.
Girls, let us know. You actually want the girls' bathroom here, so we should actually sort that out.
I know. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, and we've been trying to make it work.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going on in the world? Oh, actually, no. This is our first time recording since the tour.
Yeah, we need to give them a little rundown.
Since the tour. So we haven't actually recorded for about 2 weeks. Haven't seen Brent for 2 weeks.
I know,
and the first thing
literally.
I told Brent was how much you guys adore him.
had.
Every single show.
Without fail, someone asked.
Fail, is Brent here? What does Brent look like? When will we see Brent? Blah, de, blah, de, blah. Brent, do you want to come and show your face now? He said, hell no. But we described him in lovely terms.
Yeah, we did.
We did.
We described you accurately. We described you as you are.
Yeah. And in all descriptions of you, we always mentioned that you are a God-fearing man. That is. And they asked what your type was.
And
we didn't know that.
So we just say a God-fearing woman.
So we just say a God-fearing woman. Yeah, because we don't know what your physical type. I don't think he has a physical type.
No.
He's more of a mental
I feel like
guy.
he's more of an energy person.
He's more of an energy with a big back off for energy. I don't know if that's true. I am chatting shit. But there were learnings from the show. We learned about a fleshlight. All I learned about a fleshlight. I'd never heard about a fleshlight before in my life until the show.
It came up so frequently.
So frequently, because clearly there's an issue that the world is having. A fleshlight, if you don't know, it's like a torch, but at the end of the torch, where there's normally lights, is a pussy. It's a silicone
This world
pussy,
is actually
or a
insane.
silicone bumhole, or a silicone mouth.
Mental.
And men are holding a fleshlight bit and then fucking it.
And then putting it in the hole. What a hole. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was that.
So I have no thoughts on it. That was just a fact.
Yeah, it was just a finding. It was just a
that
finding.
we found.
Yeah.
What else happened at the shows? But it was firstly,
No, you
thank
didn't
you
tell
guys.
them about Birmingham.
Oh my God, I haven't told you. Brent, have I told you about Birmingham? Oh my God, no. Okay, of course. If you were at the other shows after Birmingham, you would have heard the stories. Firstly, thank you guys so much
Yes,
for coming. We really,
you guys
really
were
appreciate
amazing.
it. We
We had
had
such a blast.
the best time, truly the best time. It was so affirming for us. It was a lovely, lovely time and really evidenced that. I think for a little bit I was like, what have I done for the last 10 years of my life? But that was evidence that we have made a difference
100%.
and people fuck with us. So love for the love, my G's. Now on to Birmingham. So We get to Birmingham the day of the show. We got to Birmingham, right?
Yes.
We got to Birmingham the day of the show. So we like to do a thing where we will take a picture by an identifier to be like, hey, we're in Birmingham. Can't wait to see you tonight, whatever. So we got to the station, went outside and was like, oh shit, the ball was inside. Also, why is the ball linked to Birmingham?
I've got no idea.
If you know, let us know.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, the ball's inside. Let's go inside and take the ball. So as we're going inside, I clock a guy that's just on the floor, but it's like looks like a homeless druggie sort of thing. I just saw him or whatever. Went inside, went to go take our picture. Cool. Come back outside, start going to our hotel. So we're walking to the hotel, right? Tour life. We're walking to the hotel. It's not too far anyway. So we get to the hotel and I turn around and I see the same guy, the same like crackhead guy. And in my mind, I was just like, oh, he just must be the local...
Birmingham's
do you know
small,
everybody? Yeah,
you know,
and like
people travel
Birmingham
around.
is not. I mean, they've put millions into that city, and it's improving.
Definitely.
But we're yet to get there. So I just thought the local around the way guy that does crack and is homeless, whatever. Anyway, we're going to the hotel, chill for a little while, for about 2 hours, and then we come out to go to the venue to go do the show. So we come out now, and I clock him again. And this time he's with some other black guy. He's with this is a white, the guy is a white guy. He's with this tall black guy. And I clocked the both of them. I just look at them, again, didn't think anything of it. But at this point, I clocked his shirt. And it's like a turquoise shirt on. There's something, hashtag, but I didn't see what the hashtag was. But again, it was just, I'm just very aware of my surroundings. So I clock things in my surroundings. So we go to the show, do the show, great time, beautiful audience. Like, we had a really, really good time. We come back, all is well, go into our hotel room, sleep. Now, Audrey checks out earlier that day because she was coming back to London, but I was going from Birmingham to Leeds with Tammy. And then, so by the time I come out, it was around like checkout time, like 11:30, whatever. So we checked out and me and Tammy go outside of the hotel to leave. And I clocked the guy again, but he sat on the floor across from the hotel looking at it directly.
Mental.
And as I saw him, I said to Tammy, I was like, that guy's been hanging around here. I noticed him yesterday as well. Like, it's so weird. I feel like he must be stalking someone, right? So we were like having a chat. She was like,
Don't forget because...
Yes, because Akon and Neo were staying in the same hotel as us because they performed in Birmingham that night as well. So I was like, oh, he must. I was like, and then Tammy was like, we were like, oh, well, Akon and Neo are staying here. That must be who was stalking, whatever. So we start walking. I want to say within 30 seconds, he goes, excuse me. And I was like, yeah. He was like, are you from the Receipts podcast? I
Mud.
was like, no. He was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, no. He was like, do you know them? Do you know the girls from the Receipts podcast? He was like, there's these two girls from London that do a podcast. I was like, no, I've never heard of them. And I started, if I could have ran.
No, man.
Like, my heart was racing because what do you mean this guy that I thought was stalking Neo could have potentially been looking for me and Audrey?
Imagine.
So, of course, I deny it because, duh. But then I started picking up, like, making up stories in my head. So the story that makes most sense to me is that we've told his girlfriend to leave him. He's turned to drugs and now he wants to avenge us.
Yes.
And I'm saying the story outside. It would make a great script.
Yeah, it
To be
definitely,
honest.
yeah, it would. Which is, it's just mad. Like, when I got to Leeds, Tolly was like, I've got to tell you something that happened. She was like, I couldn't even...
I was like, I have to tell you
She was
face
like,
to
I couldn't even
face.
call you. I couldn't even send this voice note. I was completely shocked. Like, I did not notice this man at all. Like, I could not point him out of a lineup.
I still can.
Even if you paid me. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that you clocked that he was dotted around
I just kept
everywhere
looking,
we
I was
were
like, why
going.
is he here?
Thank God that you had that discernment, because honestly, I could not for the life of me even think of who that could have been. But that is very scary. I
And like, you don't
wonder
even look
what
at him and think, oh, he listens to the receipt.
Yeah.
Not that we can judge who listens to the receipt, but we can judge who listens to the
Yeah,
receipt.
let's
We
be
can get a
honest.
profile.
Yeah, let's be
But
honest.
this man barely looks like he's got an iPhone.
Yeah.
So
Insane.
if I could have run out of Birmingham, I would have. And I'm there with Tammy thinking, I need to get this black girl safe.
Yeah.
No, shook
That
her.
is so scary. When you told me, I was shook.
And Audrey's going around tagging all the locations that we're at. I was like, if you don't
I was like, we're here.
if you don't remove that post right now.
Gosh, if only.
But please, if we have seen you anywhere, we're so sorry.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't
Didn't mean it.
We just,
Like
we
we said,
thought
this
we
is-
were trying to help you
Do
both.
not take the words of this podcast seriously.
Exactly.
This is just for entertainment purposes.
Please, honestly,
only.
like, please do not be holding us accountable. Like, people write to us, we didn't insert ourselves anywhere. But I hope that everything is well with you, young man, and that you know, that you just wanted a picture.
I need to know the story so
I need to know
desperately.
what he was going to say. I'm glad you didn't wait around to find out.
I can never wait around.
Yeah, it would have not been worth
I am a crime connoisseur. As soon as I said no, I've never even heard from them. I think I even changed my accent. I said no.
I'm from around here. Wanna use me? Do you know what I mean?
I don't even know what a London is.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
a pod what? How did that start?
I is not
Who
her.
invented that? Do you know Apple invented the word podcast?
Did they? Of course they did. That makes sense.
Like who did that? Where did that come from? But outside of that, it was a very safe and lovely tour, and we are covered by the blood of Jesus.
Always covered.
Stay prayed up.
Always covered. But yeah, man.
And I'm just so happy Audrey was not with me because I know Audrey would have said yes.
I would, of course, I would. I would have
Oh
been
my
like,
God, you like the
"Oh,
podcast?"
hi, you like the podcast? Oh my God, we've got so many supporters from all
Because
walks
what if
of life.
the next thing he did was just swing at my
Or
face?
stab.
Bruv.
Imagine he just, God forbid, obviously, but you just never know what people are capable of. Like, I'm just not in the headspace anymore.
And I don't want to find out.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. If you seem even remotely like a threat, I'm cutting. Like, I cannot spare your feelings over my safety at this point.
I promise you, even if
many
you
weird
speak
things
too
are
loudly
happening.
to yourself, I'm moving away from you.
Exactly. If you're just doing too much, like,
And I feel like sometimes maybe, because sometimes, right, do you have to have it when you're listening to music and you can really feel it? And I'm like, if
I
anyone
do
walks
it in the
past me,
gym.
like, in the gym, in the gym
When
I
I'm in the gym,
dance.
sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I want to dance.
I can't, like, in the gym I dance.
Yeah.
Like, between sets, have a little...
It just motivates me a little bit more. So, but yeah, if I see anyone remotely acting erratic in any way, shape, or form, I'm so sorry. I've got to leave the facility.
What music do you listen to at the gym?
I like to listen to. Do you know what? I actually listen to a lot of house music in the gym.
Oh.
It really keeps me going, and I feel like all the MCing and stuff like that, like it motivates me. I like the beats, and then I like to. Sometimes what I like to do is like I'll be like, I'll just get to the end of this song, and if a song's like 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and I'm just like, yes, like I've got through. But yeah, I like to listen to house. Sometimes I like to listen to like noughties pop music that gets me through. Like I like
What I listen to is Bashment.
like Britney Spears and NSYNC and
That's
stuff
quite
like
fun.
that. It's
Yeah,
really fun. And then just like other than that, my regular playlist really. But I can't listen to like slow jams or anything. It always has to be like something fast paced to keep me going, you know? But yeah, that's a bit of me in the
Try
gym.
Bashment.
I will try Bashment.
There's something
actually.
about the crude lyrics that's like, I want to be a good body girl.
Exactly. I feel
It's like it's
I want to
encouraging.
be a good, clean gal.
Like here I am doing squats and you're telling me good pussy girl get things. And I was like, I must become a good pussy girl.
Yeah, no,
so I can get
definitely.
things.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can hear that how the lyrics would motivate you
To go
just go
harder.
forth and go harder.
Absolutely
So
love
yeah,
that
I will
shit.
definitely try that out next time.
But yeah, those are the tour updates.
Yeah, the tour was fun. Loved it.
It was actually
Loved
really good
it.
fun.
Yeah, it was
really
actually
good fun.
really good fun.
Really like Dublin.
Dublin was amazing.
I
It
wanna go back there,
really,
but like as on a
really-
visit,
Yeah,
like for
it was
fun.
really lovely. Like we had a great time.
And
in
we were
Dublin.
just laughing for no
for
reason.
dumb shit. Well, some stuff did
Well,
happen.
I don't know what it was with us and homeless people because in Dublin we were just walking past someone.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
And he sat in the front and he just punched my suitcase. And not even just with one hand, with two hands.
No.
And again, I pussied out and I just ran away. I was just like, I don't know.
No, yeah, exactly.
We just started running and cackling,
We
right?
were just laughing. Like the way I just saw your suitcase go to the side. I didn't see him actually do it. I wasn't looking.
One hand, he used both his fists and he just punched it.
I just saw like a bit of like, you know, disruption. I was
Why
like, what
did
the
you do
fuck
that?
happened? And we just ran away laughing. Like literally with our suitcases, we just ran and laughed.
And
Because
then
it was so
the
mad.
stupidest thing, we probably laughed about 10 minutes
No,
for. We
was
saw
I
someone.
still laugh about that.
I don't know, it's not even funny. I don't know why we like crying.
No crying.
We saw someone with a
tears.
yellow bag. And I was like, oh, they've got Selfridges here. And then we clocked it was a Legoland bag. And for whatever reason,
No, I
that left
could
us
not contain myself.
We have
like,
no idea why it was funny. You
that
guys might have a Selfridges there. I don't even know.
That was so funny.
But we were
Like,
really
'cause you
excited
like,
about Selfridges.
Like, it's the way you said it. You were like, he's got Selfridges, but there's a Selfridges here. And I was like, lit, where? Then you were like, oh, never mind, it's Legoland.
Then I saw Legoland.
No, it was exactly the same yellow. It was like a Selfridges yellow. It was a paper
really
bag,
familiar.
black hand. I was like, oh, lit.
We didn't even have time to shop. I don't know why we thought it was lit.
No, I was
Because we got there that morning
crying.
and we left the next morning right after our show.
Oh, I was crying.
But I do want to
actual
go
tears.
on holiday in Dublin. I think that was
Yeah.
like, I'll do a weekend there.
Yeah,
It's
no.
really, really good fun.
Yeah, it looks so fun.
And it looks like Amsterdam, guys.
It does,
You lot,
yeah.
6 and a bit is identical to Amsterdam. Great vibes, great
Yeah.
people. Everybody was really friendly, apart from the guy that punched my suitcase.
Yeah, but he's had things going on.
Yeah,
so
but
we'll
you
allow
know,
him.
we understand. Life
Yeah,
happens.
life happens, exactly.
But there is that.
Oh God, what a time! What a time!
What a time to be alive. What's going on in the streets?
Oh God! So a few things are happening in the streets actually. So obviously the marches happened over the weekend, right?
Yes.
And
I keep seeing clips of how stupid people
I
are.
know. And the thing is, every single time, and obviously, you know, going hand in hand with the recent local elections and stuff like that. But it was just like, first of all, they exaggerated the numbers. So there was all these different like numbers saying, you know, they were trying to say there was 1.2 million people showed up. There absolutely wasn't. And then I think Tommy Robinson had posted an AI picture of like London Bridge or Tower Bridge or something with all these people. It looked like tens of thousands of people, but it was AI.
Do you think he knew it was AI or he just
I
got...
doubt it. Someone probably sent it to him
Yeah,
and said,
and he
someone
thought,
probably
yeah.
created it, sent it to him, and he was like, oh, thanks, mate, and just posted it without doing any kind of
How
verification
embarrassing.
or anything like that. And then when you saw the real picture, it was significantly less. But the thing is, that doesn't even surprise me. That's just, you know, that just is what
By
it
the
is. That's
by,
just
yeah.
by the by at this point. What has really stood out to me in particular about this particular, like, march, protest, whatever it is you want to call it, is the amount of like black and brown faces that they are using to be the face of we're not racist. And it's actually mad. And things, I don't know if actually a lot of black and brown people do generally attend these things or they just hyper fixate on the ones that are there. But there was a lot, and a lot of like TikTokers and a lot of like, you know, journalists and stuff like that were speaking to like black and brown people and asking them why are they here.
And what was their
a lot of their
reasoning?
reasoning is being like, oh well, I'm a Christian. They're leaning into the Christianity of it all, which is very disingenuous.
Do you remember a while ago I mentioned on the podcast and I said I do think that's what the right does well, in the sense of that. Hear me out. Let me land before you start screaming at me. In the sense that like you can just agree with one thing with the right and they'll bring you in.
Yeah.
So you could be like, I don't agree with anything else, but you believe in God, I believe in God. Great. And they're like, come on in, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I do think the left, what we do badly is that like, if you don't agree with anything, it's like, fuck you, you're this, you're wrong, go away, sort of thing. And I think the right is, I don't know if it's a marketing ploy or a clever ploy, but they've done a really good job in being like, just agree with one of our policies.
It's a way to mobilise.
And one of the policies that they've easily been able to do is Christianity.
Because really and truly, if you're a Christian, then I guess that should be raceless, right? Like you're kind of like bonding on your faith. And so I saw a couple of people be like, well, I'm a Christian and I really want to protect the Christian rights of this country and, you know, the Christian roots of this country, that sort of thing. And a lot of people just straight up being Islamophobic. And so within this sort of fight for Christianity comes a lot of it Islamophobia. And I just think Islamophobia and like racism go hand in hand and xenophobia go hand in hand because a lot of these people are black and brown as well. Do you know what I mean? And then there's other people that are just doing this whole thing of like, oh, the country's gone to shit because I can't get a doctor's appointment.
I promise you that's not because of immigrants.
Exactly. Or I can't get a dentist appointment and yada, yada, yada. And then there's the odd few that were like, we did things the right way. And there just seems to be this like bitterness towards what is being pushed, that every single person that comes here is illegal and they're coming in on boats and they're doing it the illegal way and they're coming here to groom the white girls and all of these things. Like all of this propaganda, like people like really, really buy into it. And so other people that are immigrants to this country as well, second, third generation or whatever, they're like, my parents were immigrants, but we came here the right way. Like we came here, we applied for our stay, we got it the right way, we worked, blah, blah, blah. And it's just so...
Nothing is worse.
It's so weird. And then there's a fraction of people that I truly think if you can't beat them, join them. Like they're pandering to this particular
it's a
group
survival
of people.
thing,
And it's a
surely.
survival thing. And it's just like, well, you know, and the thing is, I feel like sometimes people forget that for some a lot of black people are conservative. I think because of like what we go through and the things that we experience, you think that we're liberal, but actually,
I know, a lot.
a lot of black people are
A lot of Africans are.
a lot of especially Africans,
A lot of Africans are,
and even
conservative.
some Caribbean people are very conservative.
Very,
So
very
if you
conservative.
speak to certain values that
Yes,
are conservative,
yes.
you can draw those people in. And for some people, those values outweigh the colour of their skin. They're like, do you know what? Because not everyone cares about racism in the sense of like, I don't care that you see me in this way because
And also,
I'm black.
some people thrive off being a good immigrant.
Exactly.
They thrive off being a
The
good
model
black
minority,
Like they're
yeah.
like, no, okay, cool, but we came here, we did the right thing, and we went
Exactly.
to school, and we
Right.
believe in God. They believe that like I'm a good black, and all these other blacks are just naughty blacks,
Yeah.
and they're the problem sort of thing. So I
Exactly.
do think some people do pride themselves, and I do think like our parents' generation are kind of like that.
Yeah, and
I feel like a lot of our parents' generation, if they weren't poor, they'll be conservatives.
definitely.
Yeah, if they if they had more money, and
Yeah.
you find it a lot, not even with like the Conservative Party, a lot of like wealthier black people are conservatives.
Yeah, exactly. And that they all do it under the guise of, oh, well, I want to save as much money as possible.
Yes,
I
exactly.
can get tax breaks
Yeah.
here. I can, blah, blah, blah. These
They make a
people
bit of money
Yeah,
and
these
suddenly-
people are sponging off. But for me, I understand all of that stuff. We all want to keep more money in our pockets. I get it. But that can't override my existence. Do you know what I mean? Like, if the other values like completely diminish who I am as a person, I can't ignore that. But there are people that will vote in that way because for them, the economic side of it is where they don't care. Like whatever else, like the economics, I'm trying to save these coins, I'm trying to pay less tax, whatever the case may be. But yeah, I think a lot more black people are more conservative than what we...
in our thoughts and views, for sure. Yeah,
exactly, in our thoughts and views. So if they're pushing any propaganda against like LGBTQ or all of these like I don't know, all this fear-mongering about what they're teaching kids in school and stuff like that. Some people will vote purely based on that. I feel like you see these things in America. Like, if you're somewhere in the middle, politics, you don't really care. You kind of just exist, whatever. But there's something that speaks to you. You can actually get a vote. And I feel like Trump and his administration have done that very cleverly. Like, you can be someone that's kind of in the middle, but if you've got really strong views against, like, the trans community, for example, that could actually sway your vote. And I feel like people don't take these little nuances into consideration. And so I feel like with the whole immigrant thing and people just like, they're trying to say that they don't care about immigrants, and they just feel like they're always moving the goalposts. Like, we don't care about immigrants. It's not about the colour of their skin. It's about the fact that like British values are being devalued essentially. Like, we are now becoming the minority, which is categorically not true. White people are still very much the overwhelming majority in this country. It is pure bullshit that people like Tommy Robinson and his, he
doesn't live in this country, does he?
Mind you, don't live here. A lot of these millionaires and billionaires that are like forward-facing these campaigns don't even live here. They're all funneling their money through Switzerland or wherever it is they're doing. And so they're not even bringing the money here and the resources here for us to like... for this country
Some guy
to benefit
I saw,
from.
he was having an interview, I think it was like an LBC interview, and he'd said that he had quit his job because he refuses for any of his taxes to go towards immigrants, so he's not going to work anymore.
Sure.
So that's
just
how
say you don't want to work. Like that.
He's going to live off his savings because he just refuses that any of the money that he makes goes to immigrants.
That is such mental gymnastics.
You fucking idiot.
Just say you don't want to work.
And the thing is, hardly any of them actually know the policies of reform.
They don't.
Because when they're told the policies that, hey, Nigel Farage wants to do this, they're like, what? He said what? He said what? All you're hearing is white is bright and white is best, and that's all you want to hear. So stop acting like it's not about racism, because that's all it is about. Because you don't know any of his policies. Man wants to privatise NHS. You don't know that. The man is in support of zero contract hours. You don't know that. All you hear is get rid of the immigrants and you are foaming at the mouth.
Exactly. And that is how they get those people, by just causing all of this division. And it's just a joke.
They just rely on, like, these people think you're mugs. They rely on the fact that you're not educated.
Exactly.
They rely on the fact that, like, hey, they're the ones, what was that analogy I used ages ago? That was just like, all these people eating the cake, but they're only giving you one, but they're making you feel like, it's the immigrants that are taking your one cake. What about all the other cakes that they have?
Exactly.
You fucking idiots.
Exactly.
And also what makes it worse is this badly built bitch in her red suit, this black girl who is on stage.
Sorry, Based and Bougie, camera one.
Based on what?
Her name's Based and Bougie, I think.
Bougie on what?
You're a raccoon. I'm so sorry. You are a raccoon. The thing with her is that,
Her
like...
suit, it looks like a Santander uniform, you mug.
She's a raccoon. And I truly don't know, like, what motivates people to be so, like, contrarian. Like, I don't know how we get here, because a lot of the points that she spews are just incorrect. They're not true. And, like, to go and stand in front of all of these racist white people. And the thing is, like, she's there being like, at the end of the day, like, this is England, and if people want to be patriotic, they should be able to. Listen, I think that every country should be proud of, like...
Of course you should be.
You know, but unfortunately, what people have done is they've used the England flag to weaponize it, and it's now just become a symbol of hatred and racism, and it shouldn't have to be, but you man are the ones that have done that. You're the one that have stained and tarnished your own flag.
Because you know what? When I go to countries and I see their flag waving, I think it's fun.
It does not
In
offend
fact,
me.
I like to post it because I'm like, oh, look, they're proud of their country.
A flag does not offend me.
We were saying that when we was in Dublin. It was like,
They were everywhere as well.
I was not offended by any of those flags in Dublin. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not a black person in Dublin. Maybe like a black person, an Irish person would be, a black Irish person is offended. I don't know. But any time I see that England flag.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just assume that that's
there
the
was
racist
a car
one.
behind me the other day.
But
the red and that they had the flag on their car, like as in printed into their car. I said, you are a racist pro.
Yeah, those are pro.
Because there was absolutely no reason for you to put that on your car.
Yeah, you're sending a message. When I see that particular flag, you were sending a message. And again, it shouldn't necessarily have that much power, but it's because of what is affiliated with it, which you people have done that to it, unfortunately. So yes, in an ideal world, everybody should be patriotic. When we go to Carnival, everybody waves their flag. It is a beautiful sight to see. But for the England flag, to me, it is just a representation of all the atrocities that have been caused around the world.
And you're all just there, unwashed, unmoisturised, just shouting. Oh, I'm white. You love your skin so much, yet you won't cream it.
Exactly.
You won't use SPF on it. Like, as in, look after it then, for fuck's sake, since you fucking love it so much. Like, when I hear them talk, if there was a point that was that I saw a clip and I saw someone that reform and they made great points, I was like, okay, I've never seen any of them make sense.
There's not one point that makes any sense.
This woman, what was it? She said that like all of the rapes that have happened in England has been from immigrants. I was like, that's just not true.
Just incorrect. It's just categorically
like,
incorrect.
That's just not true.
And you're taking in all of these rhetorics that just make no sense because you're pandering to these people. I hope for the love of God that she is just a fucking talking head that is just being paid, because a lot of the time they do pay people to...
What's her name? Bad and Bougie?
Based and Bougie or something?
Based.
Yeah, I don't get it at all. I don't know the roots of that name, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, she's called Based and Bougie. I could only hope to God that you're getting a significant check to do this and that you actually have some sense in that brain of yours.
Oh, I'm so shy
and to
for
come
her.
and talk at that rally, and at that rally she was like, yeah, you know, we some of us fled countries and then are coming here. We fled countries that were, I don't even know what she said. She was chatting so much shit. We fled countries only to come here, and now England is becoming some of the countries we fled from. And then everyone was like cheering her, and they're cheering you because they're fucking drunk, babe.
Christianity, Britain and the English are worth protecting and preserving. I'm so shy.
And then in her speech, she was like, oh, people are always saying that these protests and these marches are racist, but do you guys have a problem with me being here? And they're all cheering and chanting. But some of them look so confused with their missing teeth. I don't think they knew what the fuck was going on. You're being used as a pawn, okay, to create a distraction. That is all you are. And the thing is, you're going to get your fucking nigger wake-up call. It always happens if it hasn't happened already, because a lot of the time these people don't actually talk about the truths behind what's happening in the... Because for all of this defending and all of this coonery that you're doing, I'm sure that your DMs are still filled with people chatting shit and sending you death threats and stuff like that. You won't admit it because it will go against like everything you're promoting. But I can almost bet my bottom dollar that she's still getting death threats. She's still getting people telling her to fuck off back to where she's come from and all the rest of it. And I just find those people very, very interesting. Like, yeah, it's all mad. To actually go and stand and give a speech at this thing, insane. And then she's on Piers Morgan talking about the Asian grooming gangs and spewing misinformation.
Yeah, and being like, they're forcing their... Who is forcing their religion on you?
Literally
No, quite literally. Who is forcing their religion on you? Like, anything anybody's asking is, leave us alone and let us live the life that we want to live. Who is actually saying...
They worship? No one. Absolutely no one is forcing shit. Mind you, you're a black Christian woman.
Posted... There is no way this woman... Why don't the left force bacon on Muslims the way they force LGBTQ on Christians?
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that she spews. She's truly, truly insane. Like, truly insane. And like I said, I can only hope and pray that you're getting a bag.
Also, how are those two things equivalent to
They're
each
not
other?
at all.
You fucking idiot.
They're just false equivalencies. When she went on Piers Morgan and she said, "Oh, you know, we're talking about the grooming gangs," and there's a very specific. I don't know. Her thing seems to be very much like Islamophobia. Like that seems to be more her main talking point, which is really weird. And you're doing it under the guise of protecting Christianity. And actually on a horrible representation of Christianity. And it's actually an embarrassment to Christianity. She's truly insane. She's truly insane. And, you know, she was saying, oh, well, at the end of the day, you know, that statistic about white men actually having the higher rates of like sexual abuse and rape and stuff like that. Well, of course, because we live in England, so there's more white men. So that just goes against your point. I thought everyone else was coming over and taking over the country. But yet there's more white men.
Oh my God, I wish you never introduced me to this girl. I actually can't believe, I cannot believe this is a real
Don't go down a
person.
rabbit hole with her because she's a raccoon. Yeah.
Wow, just called herself a far-right princess.
I know, she's deluded.
God!
And it's so funny. Anytime I see any videos, I never see her videos, but I see a lot of things that are clipped. And then there's all these white people in the comments being like, yeah, you're such a queen. You are an Uncle Tom. That's basically what you are. Like, and they're like, yeah, she's such a queen. I can't imagine seeking validation from people that actually hate you secretly. Like, that's insane to me. But yeah, I mean, that's what she's out here doing. And free speech and that. But my God, it's painful.
I think her whole base of trying to make it a Christianity thing is very interesting.
Yeah. Because then you'll always get some stragglers. When you do the Christianity angle, you might get some stragglers, as in people that look like you, being like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is she panders to white people, she's Islamophobic, and she's a raccoon, and that's all.
Wow. Wow.
But it wasn't just,
I don't know what to say yet. I haven't loaded up my insults.
Like, she's proper at the forefront. Like, she gave a speech at this
yeah, I saw
thing.
what I saw about where she was just like, oh, and people are making all this fuss about free Palestine. Where was that about free Iran? Like, she was just, I was just like, are you?
She's an actual idiot. Like, I actually cannot take
I
her
am
seriously.
fascinated with like black people who choose this route. Like as in route.
Yeah, no, you can say route. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I get it. Like, life is hard. Life is hard. And if you portray yourself to be the good model minority, you might, like, if you're happy with the crumbs, then it might just make life that little bit more comfortable. It's so much easier to go over there and do all of that and pander to the people that, you know, yeah.
Is it?
I don't know, actually.
I actually don't know if it is, because there are some people
then you're
who
going to
would
be hated by your own people.
just living their life normally. Like some people are just like by the by. Maybe like you're better off maybe just not picking any side and just being an idiot.
I just think it's attention. I don't know. Like, either she's a paid actor, if she truly holds these views, because my whole thing with people that hold these kind of views and do these kind of mad things is like, if it's genuine, I can almost respect it a bit more. But the ones that are grifting, I don't respect that. Like, I don't respect you if you're grifting and if you actually know that you're spewing nonsense and you're chatting shit and you're just saying it to get a bag and you're actually putting people's lives in danger with like your rhetoric and stuff like that. I do not respect that. If she truly believes these things, then something has gone wrong along the line.
She started it. She went onto the stage and she was just like, oh, the left are going to make you want to believe that you don't like me because I'm an ethnic minority. But are you happy for me to be here?
But she kept on doing
and
a
then
lot
let
of that.
people
Yeah.
cheer.
Oh, yeah, they were cheering, but they were drunk at this point because it was later
Oh
on.
my God. I would rather you stoned me.
I feel like they put her on later on the bill. So by the time she came up, they were all fucking drunk anyway. They probably just thought she was a white woman with a tan. Do you know what I mean? But
what is wrong
but
with
it's
you?
interesting, a lot of the things that she was saying during that speech, because she made a couple of comments like that tells me that, no, this is a deep-rooted insecurity. Like, you really want validate, like, something happened in her childhood. Like, I'm so sorry, like, not even to be that person, but something has gone wrong along the way for you to be so desperate to be validated by these people. Because she said, like, oh, you know, they'll tell you that these marches are racist, but are you happy for me to be here? So she made a couple of comments where she was just actively wanting to get, you know, a visceral response from these people. It was like she felt like, you know.
Maybe it's a kink. Imagine her being
Maybe
your
it's-
cousin
maybe
and then
it's
you have to go to like a
race
wedding
thing.
and you have to see her face. I'd be so
I
pissed
could never. I'd want to
off.
fucking punch it
I'd
every single
actually
time.
be so
Like-
people who have them family members that are just like
How do you
deal with that?
Stop yourself from just wanting to fucking swing
Because
her in
I
the
have
jaw?
things in my family that it's not even that like, but I'm like, you can't say. Like I said,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am,
yeah.
I am
The
that. I am
correction,
that.
Jump on them so quickly.
Oh
boy.
my gosh, especially when there's young people around. When like the kids are around and I'm hearing some adults say some bullshit, the way I will turn and be like, don't say that. Like you can't say that. Why are you saying that?
Yep.
To the point that I'll even take the kids separately and be like, don't listen to anyone.
Exactly.
Like, you can do whatever you want in your life. You can blah, 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 blah. Because what's happening here?
And I get that black people don't all have to be monolithic, but if you're going to go against the grain, at least let it be based on something that's real. Like if you truly are like, do you know what? Christianity for me is a value system that I hold higher than anything else. I can respect that. But what I feel like that is very different to what people like this are doing, what the Kemi Badenochs of the world are doing, when you're downplaying people's actual experiences, these things that are happening, because they use you as props. They use you. You're a fucking token and you're the example that they use to say that these things are not real. When we're talking about racism and institutionalized racism, and all
But look, we love
but this
Kemi.
person came here and said it's not happening. Kemi said that racism isn't a thing, and like someone with power like Kemi Badenoch saying something like that actually has a knock-on effect with us.
I remember seeing a video of Kemi recently of her speaking Yoruba. I was so surprised.
Oh Lord, I thought she would have erased.
Yeah,
that out of
I
her
thought she
mind.
would have skipped that. It was at her, that she's giving a speech, I think, at her dad's funeral. And I'm like, hey, no way. That was a bit of Yoruba that came out
That's
of your
what
mouth.
I don't know. Like with Kemi, I just feel like I think she.
Kemi's a grifter.
No, she's
so
definitely.
Kemi's a grifter.
She's definitely a raccoon as well, and she's definitely a grifter.
She's
but
a
I think
grifter.
her thing is more power.
And I think
She's
it makes
more
her look
power
like,
hungry.
oh, it's like a pride thing for her. Like, look, I'm a black, I won't say Nigerian, but she doesn't even class herself that, who above all the odds, and now the
Exactly.
lead. I think that's like,
Exactly.
she's a fucking idiot and she
Yeah.
has too much power to have these stupid views. But it's just like, I think that's her thing to be like, look, I made it. And if
made it
you
out the
too are a
mud.
good immigrant with bad braids, you can make it too. Shut up.
Exactly. This other one I don't like. Even Kemi's, I can get my head around it. Like, you want to get success for some people means certain positions.
Yeah.
And they will do whatever it
Like,
takes.
just to be on that table,
To be
they
the
don't
leader
care.
of like a British party.
Sounds a party. It's a big fucking deal.
That's actually a big deal. Do you know what I mean? And if you value that sort of thing, that is actually a big deal. But the way do I knock the fact that she wants that for herself? No. Do I knock the way she's gone about it and how like she's putting she puts other people in danger? No, I can't rate it. If you have to put other people in danger to get to that position, it's probably not a position worth holding. Do you know what I mean? But I can see that that's where her value system lies, in the power thing. People like this and like the Katie Hopkins of the world and all the rest of it, I always say it, like, if you don't truly hold those views, then I will never ever rate that. If you truly think these things, then that's another conversation to be had. But as a black Nigerian woman, I would love to see her DMs. And I want to know how.
What, this Bass and Bushi's Nigerian as well?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
gosh.
And I want to know how you rationalize like all of this stuff. Like, how do you reconcile all of this
I wouldn't be
shit?
surprised if her parents are proud.
They probably are.
Yeah, yeah,
they might
yeah,
be.
yeah.
They might actually be proud. And it's like, it's scary times all around. It's scary times all around. But
I think what's really interesting to me about the world as a whole is this kind of need of everyone that we're going backwards. And I think it's like there is a bit of a fight against all of the like the futuristics, the AI, the whatever, that people are scared of it, people think it's going to replace them. So I think everyone is just kind of like, not everyone, people are reverting back to old school ways. And unfortunately, that does mean this version as well of this like, but like if England is truly white and blah, 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 girl,
give
you're
everybody
not,
back their things.
you're
then.
not, and also you're not going to be counted as part of them. Like I said, when it
Exactly.
comes to that,
Yeah.
you're not going like.
That's a really good point, actually. All of the stuff that you're pushing for white people to have their things, if you had it the way that you are promoting
won't be here.
you won't be included. Like, you'll be othered.
I just don't know what's going on in the world as a general thing. Because I'm seeing loads of xenophobia everywhere as well. There's loads of like African countries that are like fighting about get these people out of here.
everything's gone to
I
shit.
don't know what is going on.
Everyone's fighting for crumbs out
But
here.
what if I told you this world doesn't belong to any of us?
It
We are
doesn't-
actually all nomads. It doesn't belong to any of us.
Yeah.
In fact, so much so it belongs to all of us. This land is my land. This land is your land. It's like, it's none of ours. We don't own any of this. Like, let's all be so fucking for real. But whatever. All I'm going to say is that if you're from another country by grandparents or whatever, go get your other passport, bruv. Go sort out your dual nationality.
Yeah.
Just go
It's dangerous
and
times out
figure
here.
something out.
And even with that, I'm scared that they're going to like weaponize that.
Oh, they will.
Do you know what I mean? And then turn around and be like, well, actually, if you've gone, that means you do have somewhere that we
Like
can
to the point that
do you
like
know what
we
I
really
mean?
want to do a show in America, and I really want
Yeah.
us to do a show in America before like we like wrap this up, and I really want to do a show in America. And I was just like, I was talking to someone about it. They were like, "You weren't born in Nigeria, were you?" And I was like, "No." They were like, "Okay, cool, because that wouldn't happen."
Insane.
And I was like, "But I've got Nigerian passport." I was like, "Yeah, maybe don't mention that bit."
Yeah,
I was like,
insane. The barriers that are put up around the world, that we can't just all enjoy it and just move freely how we want to, is actually insane.
mad, mad, mad,
Mad. Nomad, but mad.
no mad.
But yeah, speaking of nomad, yeah, have you ever heard of Nature Boy?
Oh, I like that.
Have you heard of it?
No.
So basically, yeah. So
What's Nature Boy?
you guys know me. Like, I get deep in my YouTube bag, and like
You
some of
do.
the like the hoteps and the weird
That's
and wonderful things that go on in
That's
the.
subscription. Sorry,
I
it's
know,
the best
no,
thing you
that
pay
premium. Listen, I've got premium. It's the best $10.99 a month I ever spend. I'll tell you that.
Spendy.
Yes, to be fair, I'd heard of Nature Boy before, but I'd never really tapped into it. I just thought it was just another group of black radicals who were doing whatever, but I'd never looked into it. But basically, Hulu have put out a documentary about Nature Boy, and it's really tapping into. He's basically a black cult leader, right?
Okay.
And what he did was he basically moved into Central America, and then through YouTube, he kind of like galvanized people and mobilized people through YouTube to move over to where he was. I think he was in Honduras, I think. And just kind of live a very nomadic lifestyle, you know, all natural. We have alkaline diets and all of this. And it all seemed very appealing. And what he would do is he would basically tap into people that, I feel like with every cult, the people that fall victim to it, they're always trying to escape something.
Oh, of
There's
course.
always a screw loose, or they're a bit unhinged, or they've had a really difficult
They've
life.
had a bad experience
They've had
with
a bad
something,
experience.
yeah.
And then someone comes along and they tap into that part of them, and then it's really easy to manipulate them. So that's basically what he did. But the documentary that I'm watching, the Hulu documentary, is on Disney Plus, but I think it's on Disney Plus America. And I just saw it on TikTok, everybody talking about it. I was like, I really wanted to watch it, couldn't find it. But there is an extended version on like YouTube that was made like 10 years ago, but it's really detailed. It's literally in like 28 parts. It's not the best quality, but it gets to the nooks and crannies of the story. So basically, Nature Boy was this guy called Elijah Bishop. Typical, he was kind of born in New York, had a very hard life, born in the early 80s. His mum was a crackhead. Later on, she died from an overdose. Him and his brother were adopted by foster parents. The foster parents were abusive.
Oh, God.
He ended up, you know, falling victim to the streets and like vandalism and, you know, petty crime and stuff like that. Then I can't remember what happened in between, but long story short, he moves to Atlanta, becomes a stripper and a gay porn star.
Okay.
Mind you, this guy is straight, but he says he's gay for pay. He says he's not gay, he's gay for pay.
Yeah.
But then he has like male and female lovers. Then he talks about being like, how he fetishizes like transgender people. Like it's all just like, there's like a lot that happens, right, in his life. Then he decides that actually he just wants to pack it all in. And he wants to move to Central America and just start his life being very like back to basics, stripping it all back. Babylon, you know, they start describing like America and, you know, the Western world as Babylon and blah, blah, blah. So he starts this cult called, they start off as the Melanations. So he is basically recruiting people through YouTube, right? So he already amassed a bit of a following, but he was already a fraud because I think he stole a lot of his teachings from some other guy called Pharaoh King or something, Young Pharaoh. So Young Pharaoh had all of these teachings or whatever, and Nature Boy, being the grifter that he is, because that's just, you know, that's how he's come up, steals all his teachings and starts to basically, so he starts to recruit people to come. So at first, when he did it, he was trying to do it because he wanted to live a polygamous lifestyle. They always want to they just want to live in the woods, drink coconuts and fuck bare different women, right?
Women.
So when he started it, he thought he was
polygamous.
Oh yeah, he's got a couple of wives, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so when he started it, he thought that women were going to come in their droves, but actually it was only 3 guys that it was 3 guys that showed up, But one of them
They
came...
said, you want to be gay for real?
No, literally. And he was like, Okay, no bitches, okay, cool, but we can start a little something. One guy comes with 20k cash and gives it to him. Long story short, he starts brainwashing all of these people. He's teaching them about, everything on Babylon is bad and, you can't drink that water. He tells them that our shit that we shit down a toilet, the reason, like, the joke's on us because the government steal our shit, and our shit is actually very powerful, as in our excrement, as in our doo-doo, as in our poo-poo, yeah? It's very powerful, and how we should use our shit to fertilize the earth, to grow the foods that we should eat, to put back into our body, to basically re-heal ourselves. And these are the kind of the things that he was talking about. So basically, long story short, yeah, his tribe starts to grow. More and more people pack in their jobs.
Oh, they must stink as
They
fuck.
pack in
Wow.
their jobs. A lot of them leave their kids behind. They fly to whatever part of Central America he's in at this point, and they all just go and they're living in the rainforest doing whatever under his kind of like ruling. And then obviously he's a fucking psychopath and he's a narcissist. So he's not doing this. None of this is genuine. He's doing it because he truly wants power, and he starts like berating the men. He berates the women. All the women he tells them that they must be in polygamous relationships. He tells them that, they must be naked. They're all running around naked, living in tents, doing this. Mind you, he's made everybody sign over everything that they own to him. And then he will use it against them and be like, well, actually, I'm feeding you, I'm keeping a roof over your head. But it's like, actually, no, you're funding all of this through our life savings, over our, whatever the case may be, our salaries. He takes everybody's, it's just insane. But the fertilization thing of this shit, and he was like, they had a house share, and he's like, no one's allowed to shit in the house. You're not allowed to shit in the house. Everybody must shit in the open. Then, trigger warning, he just starts saying mad things, yeah. So he's like, in Babylon, they teach us that our naked bodies are problematic. There's nothing problematic about our naked bodies. Trigger warning. He's like, we all run around naked because obviously all the women are getting pregnant and having kids and stuff, yeah. He's like, I walk around naked in front of my son. My son is allowed to grab my penis. He's like, I will be fucking my baby mum while she's breastfeeding. And my son, after I finish fucking his mum, he's allowed to grab my penis. Right? So now the conscious community that are watching the YouTube are like, whoa. Okay, like, you're moving a bit reckless. You're doing things a little bit differently. This is all a bit suspect, but at this point, you're not harming anybody. Do you know what I mean? But when he said that, it just all went, it was just, like, he just said some insane things. Then it turns out that, like, he had, like, all of these diseases. Everybody that came over had all these STIs. He's telling them that STIs are not real. He's telling them that HIV does not exist. Mind you, I haven't got to the end of it because it's like 35 parts and I'm only on like part 15. But like where I'm at now, the people that are calling him out, like his like ops and stuff in the YouTube conscious community are like, no, you're showing signs of someone that is very sick. Like you've lost mad weight. You know, there were certain things that they were saying. I'm not a doctor, so I don't want to like even repeat it. But there's certain things that they were saying that looks like he could potentially have AIDS. He's like, I don't believe in AIDS. He's like, I don't have it, blah, blah, blah. But people that had escaped had come back saying that they had it. And saying that they had all types of STIs. Another woman died there under his watch because she was an older woman, again, running away, trying to escape her life. She was like in her 50s or 60s. She had a serious heart defect, so she had medication. He's told her, you can heal your own body through an alkaline diet, through like being in the sun. All of these nonsense, like conspiracy theory type bullshit, yeah? So she stopped taking her medication.
Things like that, I'm always like, why not do both?
Exactly.
When people say that, just try both.
And the thing is, she had her medication with her.
Yeah.
When she moved there, she had like months and months supplies worth of this medication. But he had brainwashed her into saying, no, actually, like you're going against like your body's natural order. Like, don't take the medication. Did this woman not die? She died. Like, it's just insane. Anyway, I know that he's in jail for life, for like rape, false imprisonment, all kinds of things, like life without parole. So I know that I already knew that was the outcome anyway, but I'm just getting through it. But it is so
How old is
mad. He was he was born in 82, which would make him 4 years older than me, so 44. Mad.
Anytime I hear about like cult leaders and people who have like managed to get people together and like believe in their ruling or whatever, I am convinced they've got judge. Like, because I can't imagine a world where someone comes to me and be like, oh, listen to this, and like, you know, the government's stealing our shit. You could have said so many things. I'm like, yeah. As soon as you said the government's stealing our shit, in that moment I'd be like,
Exactly.
Get the fuck out of my face.
Yep.
Like, and all of them always have a thing, the rogue thing that's like,
There's always something.
Like, you can be buying it, and then they say some rogue thing. You're like, oh, actually, that doesn't
and the thing for me
align with my thoughts.
is my cash.
Well, as soon as
because what
you
do you
said
mean?
to sign anything over to
I have
you,
to sign over my life to you. I have to sign over my money. Because one thing about me, I'm tight. Like I'm not signing. The minute I'm like, okay, yeah, this is the catch. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the catch. Like I'm not on it at all. And people did. Like one other guy gave him 300k of his life savings.
I'm telling you, they've put in judge in their mouth.
There's something
or they're like, what's that thing called when you hypnotize people? Like they have to be, because.
What do you mean?
There is no way someone says that to me and I just believe them.
Not one part of me. Like, I could never, and I could say that with chest, I will never be in a cult. Never. I don't believe nothing anyone says. Like, I just don't, like, what do you mean? And the thing is, if you're all of these things, why is your life life in the shit? Your life's in the shit.
I don't believe in cult. I couldn't join a cult because I don't believe people. Like, I don't trust
miss
anything.
my mum too much.
I also don't. I couldn't be in a cult also because it's like, there's not many things I wouldn't join a cult. I don't really follow like motivational speakers and things like that because I think they are leading into cultism.
Yeah.
And also like someone said the other day, it was like, nobody that is a billionaire starts being a billionaire to tell you how to be a billionaire. Like people are like, and here's how I grow this. That's not true.
Exactly.
Because you'll be doing it.
Exactly.
You wouldn't stop what you're doing to give me the handbook.
Exactly. And ordinarily people don't want to pass you down the recipe anyway. Like I just think it's a human thing.
You'd be
They'll give you little things here or there, little gems, but essentially they're saying like, you go figure it out. No one actually gives you the step-by-step thing. And so but again, every single person, because they do a bit of a deep dive on a lot of the cult members, they all had issues. And a lot of the women, I'm sorry, you're raggedy, a lot of them left their kids to go follow this man. I could never rate that. I don't care what your situation is. And then his first baby mum, he had a son with this woman before he started all this cult thing. Because after the gay porn and the escorting and all of that, he opened a barbershop and he became really successful, like with his shop. And he was like barbering for celebrities, and like
why didn't he just keep doing that?
And he had this best friend pastor, some guy called Mike Brown, who was funding his lifestyle. Clearly was his lover. He was giving him an allowance of 3k a month or some shit. And they had a really bad domestic violence situation because he used to get like wasted, and one time he was really hammered and he beat the living daylights out of her. Like her face, they showed the picture. And it was insane. Like this person was unrecognizable how badly he beat her. They figured it out. They got back together and they continued. They eventually broke up and then he went to go do this. A year later, after he's been living this lifestyle, she then sends her like 4-year-old, 5-year-old son to go live with him in the jungle. I'm just like, and I get it. Like she's a single mum. She's probably tired, but I don't care how tired I am. I'm not doing that.
When a kid keeps allowed to see daddy, go and live with daddy then, bruv.
I'm like, what? And it was just all mad. But truly, every single person had something.
I think you have to believe in to join a cult. There has to be something that you're searching for that you haven't found. Hey, like you can say the same critique about religion, like depending on what extreme that you take it in. It's like it's the opium for the people. Like as in like people are looking for something, and if it's not going to be like religion as we know it, it's going to be cults. It's going to be like just little like things just to make them like believe. The same reason why you have incels. The same reason why you have all of these like. People are just gagging to feel a sense of belonging somewhere. And I think that's where it is.
Yeah, and I think the key to all of that is like, I feel like the common theme is the community aspect.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Like everybody wants to belong to something, and it was like he brainwashed these people so badly with no evidence, like nothing. Like this is just like, and I do think that that's a skill that is misused. Like people that are cult leaders and stuff like that, they're skilled. I wish that they would just utilize
cult leaders, scammers. They are just greatly skilled people.
It's misguided,
greatly skilled
talent and misguided greatness, right? Because if you can actually like entice people and draw people in on this scale.
Imagine what you could do if you worked in double glazing cells.
Do you know what I mean? Imagine
you would make a killing.
You'd be raking it in if you actually channeled that in something positive. And so he was able to like brainwash these people so badly. He would literally make them pee in the men's mouths, and they would believe that that was actually fueling them. And like his pee was so sacred that they had to drink his pee. He would make them ejaculate. He would ejaculate in their mouths, and they would drink his cum because they believed that he was some godly being that, some all-knowing, all-seeing something, basically close to God. Like, it's just insane. These are grown men with autonomy that were doing this, and he managed to brainwash them.
So much fuck shit happens.
Too much. Like it's actually
not
too
even
much
funny,
in my
but
brain to comprehend.
To the point that I just don't even, too much. There's too many corners of the world where people are just getting
People
away
are really doing
with whatever the fuck
madnesses.
they want to do,
and
and
the
they
thing
just
is,
carrying on.
I wouldn't even be mad at the idea of maybe living in the rural life and all of that is not for everybody. Sorry, is rural country or is that city?
Country.
Oh, never mind. Whatever the rural opposite to rural is, yeah.
City.
Urban, yeah.
Urban, yeah.
I understand that that might not be for everybody. That there are some people that actually do just want to go and swing from trees and drink coconut water and just live that kind of lifestyle. But why do you have to oppress people? Do you know what I mean? Why do you have to if people actually if the lifestyle that they chose wasn't harming and oppressing people, then run that. You're not hurting anybody. You guys live your polygamous lifestyle, but you just make sure that everyone's safe and everyone's happy. Cool.
Because power.
But power.
Those kind of people want to see how much more they can get away with. I've always said that I think human beings are innately evil. I think we are all innately evil and we are fighting for our lives not to be. So I do think when given enough power, enough control, people will try to push, even people who are the kindness and maybe their cruelness doesn't look like this. If they know they've got enough power, they will do something to do it. I think I even see in parents to be they are so aware that they're more powerful than their child, that they can and not even in a cruel thing way, but they're like, go get it. There's something that you can reach and get it yourself.
Yeah.
But it's the knowing
the power,
that I can hear. So then imagine giving a normal person that, and that everybody here is believing every single thing you're saying.
Exactly. But I just would feel
we're innately evil people. We are fighting for our lives to not be.
I would just feel like if I had all these people that had all these issues and had been through so much and are clearly not okay, those are not the kind of people that I would want following me. Do you know what I mean? But I guess power.
Those people who listen.
Yeah.
Those are the people who get you do whatever you want them to do.
Yeah, exactly. When you're power hungry, you don't care where you get it, so long as you get it. But if anyone wants to watch it, it's on YouTube.
No, I've never heard of Nature Boy.
Do you know what? I'd heard of him, but I just didn't know his story, but it's insane.
No, I'm
but
not.
them conscious community people, they're mad, okay? Some of those adepts, oh my God. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to talk about that because it's just crazy to me.
It's just this whole refusal to live life as I don't know. I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by cults and people who believe in them.
Yes,
because I like to believe that I'm so far away from that. But who knows?
No, that can never happen to you. Unless you actually kidnap me, and please don't come and kidnap me. But unless you kidnapped me, it's just not happening.
I think there's some personalities that will make great cult leaders.
That can suck me in like that.
Yeah, I think Brent will make a great cult leader.
Brent?
I think Brent will make a really good cult leader.
But I think you'd be good.
I think you'd be a good cult leader.
It'd be a good cult. Do you know what
I
mean?
also think Jacob would be a good cult leader as well.
Oh yeah,
I think there are some people who are who are just good
there's
cult
a certain
leaders.
energy that you need to have to suck people in. And again, I think it's amazing if you're able to do that, but just use it for good, and it's very rarely used for good. So.
I would make a rubbish cult leader. Because one day I'll just be angry at everyone. I'm like, you fucking idiots. Why are you believing what I'm saying? Because one day I'll just look at everyone and be like, are you all thick?
No, but that's the thing though.
I don't like thick people. So I'm like, how are you buying this shit? What's wrong with you?
But do you think that the cult leaders are like, idiots?
They must, because I know one day I'll say something and be like, yes, ma'am. I'm like, you're fucking you're dumb. You're so daft. I will just lose someone and be like, you're so daft. How can someone tell you to eat cum and you're doing it? You're so daft.
Are you dumb?
And then I'll just ruin
actually dumb.
I'll just ruin my whole thing because I can't believe how stupid people are and it would really make me angry. So I don't think I'd be a great cult leader at all.
No, I just could never be a serious one. Never, but... Yeah, buddy.
Your cult will be a cult of laughter and jokes.
It would be exactly. That's all it would be. It would just be cracking jokes. Nothing would get done. It just would not be serious. And I just wouldn't want to manipulate people like that.
Yes.
I just think it's so evil. People go through enough, and now here you come with your fucking fake preachings, trying to suck people in. I just think it's wrong. It's horrible.
Speaking of the dark side of the world and dark side of the web and of television and all of the dark side, there was a recent panorama.
Yeah.
Panorama, yeah. Panorama episode on Married at First Sight UK. So the episode was all about rape allegations and assault allegations have happened on the show, and how Channel 4 have dealt with it or not dealt with it, or how the production company have dealt with it or not dealt with it. And like, if anybody knows, I think Married at First Sight is probably one of Channel 4's biggest shows.
Yeah, it must be. They must be fuming because it's been taken off completely.
Oh, they're taking off already completely?
They've taken it off. All the episodes is gone. I think Australia's still up there, but they're like, we're not in it. That's a different production company. But yeah, the UK one is completely gone from 4OD.
Interesting. So a lot of it is the women who have been on Married at First Sight coming forward and saying that, like, whilst on the show, their partners assaulted them and some flat out like raped them.
Yeah, it's actually, because there's been a lot of like whispers about this before, and I think like BBC jumped on it and they made that documentary real quick because there has been whispers about just it being a lot darker, and it's like very sinister, like, and you know what goes on behind the scenes in the name of trying to make entertainment and make it, you know, churn out entertainment, like really highly intensely emotional entertainment very quickly. And so some of the measures that they've gone to create this, which is obvious, like if you're watching a show like that, you know that it's been so overly produced because it's just not reflective of real life at all. And I think that that's where reality TV is, it's kind of getting it wrong. And I think that it's feeding our desensitization. Like, we're so desensitized to stuff now that like the ante is constantly having to be upped all the time to feed people, to entertain them, because on the surface, it should be quite an easy
I
concept.
think this is the time for us to get rid of reality TV, and I'm not even joking.
Yeah, because
like,
it's
not even
getting
just about
very...
this. I think there has been consistently things that have shown that like it's actually really bad, not only for the contestants, for the people outside of it, and just for like society's intelligence and as a whole. We will become fucking idiots because of these dumbass shows.
Yeah.
Like, there's been there's been a few people from Love Island who have ended their own lives because of everything that's happened towards it, or suffered very, very bad mental health issues because of like what's happened after the show and what they've dealt with, the public reactions to them. And like a lot of it is that like a lot of these kind of shows, not talking about Married at First Sight here, is public reaction for something what on the face of it is actually not that deep.
It's never that
Someone
deep.
on Love Island dumped someone else. That's not even a real relationship. Someone on Love Island kissed someone else, and now it is ritual. You want them dead. They should kill themselves. You send them all this assault because of a random reality TV show. Are we actually okay? And these people have said continuously that they're not being looked after. Nobody looks after them afterward. They'll be like, oh, they'll have a counsellor who can talk to you or whatever. But the long-term effects passes that.
And shout out to Trish, who did Big Brother.
Yes.
A couple of, maybe 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
She's on a campaign. Like, she has been on ITV's neck about this because she had a really awful experience on that show, and she will not let them rest because of like the dogpiling that she faced, the racism, the abuse that she faced. And she says that, you know, she just was not looked after. You know, they talk about these welfare teams and stuff like that, but actually no one really gave a shit about the race aspect. And I think that like, that's a very nuanced part of it. It's like, you can't have a one size fits all welfare system for everybody because people have different needs. And I think what Trish, and I watched that season, so I know exactly what she went through. It was so unwarranted, and it was just because she was vocal about racism, and she was vocal about the state of this country and what it's like living in a black body, being a black woman especially, and people did not like that. And I think people, you know, they want to watch reality TV for escapism. And that is originally what it was for. It was supposed to be just a bit of banter, like a bit of light-hearted escapism. And somewhere along the line, it's just gotten really sinister really quickly.
And also even the casting of it, because there's someone who was not Married at First Sight, 90 Day Fiance, who was a known abuser, who had beaten up women.
Same with MAFS as
well.
Yeah,
like as in, and so why is this person getting casted? How have they got this far into a show? Like, what is it like with the people who they've abused to watch them on the show doing all of this, oh, love and blah, 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 knowing what they've done to them. And it's just, I don't know I think we should just wrap this shit up, man. Like, human behaviour is so bad. We're so badly behaved as a people. Men are so badly behaved. Like, as in, there was a man on Married at First Sight that's told his wife, because remember, this is not legal marriages, that she can't say no to him because I'm your wife, because we're on a TV show. And also, from what I know at Married at First Sight, they don't give them an option to not share a room, to not share a bed, to not share a house. Because what do you mean? I just met this man at the aisle. You know, I'm just sleeping in the same room. I don't want that. No, thank you. Because ultimately, it is a random man from nowhere.
Yeah, definitely. And even though, because people...
And you want me to show... You wonder why the girls are saying bear instead of man.
This, exactly. And this is the thing, and it's like, you know, I guess people know what they're signing up for, but that doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't negate the fact that, like, people should still be protected. Do you know what I mean? And because you want this footage so badly, you want this content so badly, like, you're putting the people in these really unnatural situations. And it's like, on the surface, something like Married at First Sight should just be interesting enough without doing all the extra shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you film it exactly as close to reality as what you can, I think it would still make interesting TV. And I feel like producers and stuff like that have created the monsters because you constantly up the ante. Like, at the end of the day, the audience will watch what you give them. Like, audiences, like, even though we've got social media and people chime in and they at producers and people do all of this stuff, guess what? You don't actually have to listen. Like, a concept like Married at First Sight, people will still watch it regardless if you implement all the safeguarding that is necessary. There's absolutely no reason on earth, because a lot of the times they're seeking out certain people as well. So it's not even like everybody that gets through auditions. Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, that's basic. Let the people actually audition so I know that you actually want to be here. What they're doing now is they're seeking out people that they think have got a look or they think have got a story, and they're casting these people. And then you're surprised why people come out and they just want clout. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's all just I just think it's just really exacerbated situations. And there's no reason why anybody should be going on a show and be put in a situation where their life is now in danger, or where they feel like a threat, or where they're actually being raped and sexually assaulted for something that should be as light as a dating show. I mean,
there was a bit in it where I was so confused about it, because a lot of like the claims, Channel 4 did reply and was like, we did take this up, but the person told us not to, blah, 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 blah. There was a bit in it where this guy had sexually assaulted his quote unquote wife on the show. And he said to her, if you tell anyone, I'm going to get people to throw acid in your face. She's told Channel 4 there, or the production company that. And the reply was something along the lines of like, oh, it was just a passing comment, not a threat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's a direct threat. I'm so fucking sorry.
In what world is that not a threat? Sorry, what kind of passing, where are we passing through?
Exactly.
That you say that comment to me and it was
That's
just
not a throwaway comment at all. That's a very specific, intentional thing.
That's a threat. What is anybody talking us about that? Oh, he just meant it as a passing comment.
Yeah, I think people are just
that one
desperate,
confused
bro.
me. That was just like
yeah,
a
that's
passing
insane.
comment.
The fact that was, I just think that they want to keep these people in so badly. Everyone is fighting for their lives. Like, even behind the scenes, people want to make outrageous TV so they get the viewing, so they keep their jobs. It's all just a big revolving door of bullshit. And it's just like, yes, someone's paying the price, and it's most of the time it's women.
And also, we have to make the women feel powerful enough to leave. As soon as that man, I'm going home. I don't want to do the show again.
Exactly. And that's not victim blaming at all, but we
have to give them the strength to know that.
Yeah,
like I said,
exactly.
once they've told the production company will be like, hey, you should go home. Because what do you mean someone said, and then you're sleeping in the same bed as them next week or the same day?
Even if you have to threaten that I'm going to out them. Like,
just say, I think you should go home. Even if you don't want us to bring this person to the person, and in fact, you are going home.
Exactly.
We don't think it's safe for you to be in this place. You are going home.
I feel like they entice them to stay. They convince the women, because, you know, that is happening, and people are writing stay every week. Like, it's very insane.
I'm so
I need to know
confused.
what level of manipulation is going on that can make people feel like they cannot walk away from a situation. Because what do you mean? I don't fucking know this person from a can of paint.
I don't love him.
You can't convince me there's no real feelings.
I don't love him. I don't know him. I'm going home.
Especially if the person is abusing me. I don't know this person from a can of paint, right? They're now emotionally, sexually manipulating me and trying to violate me. I don't have feelings for you. I'm going home. I am cutting.
Yeah.
And if anyone in production, because you see it sometimes with production as well, because like if shit goes on, like you see it a lot, especially in MAFS Australia, something goes on, and then people walk away. The camera follows them. It's this big dramatic thing, and production are almost always trying to convince them to stay, and people have to quite literally fight for their right to like walk away, and then it's made into some big thing at the next like dinner or commitment ceremony or whatever that they left, and it's like. I can see why, you know, they just basically, long story short, they try and convince them to stay. And I just think that, like, if people are uncomfortable, let those people walk away. Like, it's just mad that you would convince them to stay and film something.
Yeah, but the reason why the Australia one is even madder is because there's no laws in Australia that says they can't edit it how they want.
Oh, interesting.
So they can mash up your words. They can actually do whatever they want with the editing. Insane. And make you look at whatever it is, whatever storyline they're trying to tell, they can tell that without. So people on there and they go home and they're like, oh, that's not how that happened. But they can just do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Because even though sometimes people watch it, was like, well, you did say at the end of the day, but people, they can actually edit.
They can chop it up.
And chop it up and make it look different.
Yeah.
Reality TV is so scary to me.
Yeah, I could never.
I really want to do a game show though.
Yeah, game shows are good.
I want to do a game show.
I don't see how a game show can go left.
Because all the Strictly's had allegations, Love Island's had allegations.
That MasterChef one is mad.
MasterChef.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, but he was a bully, wasn't he?
Yeah. Like, what do you mean you're talking to me? Like, what?
Yeah, and who else was it?
Everyone is drunk on fucking power.
MAFS
All of them.
has now
Even
had
like,
it.
yeah, MAFS love. I think MAFS is now the peak one. That feels like the worst one. Love Island was definitely number 2.
Love Island was bad. Strictly Come Dancing,
Big
they've
Brother,
had it. Big Brother.
All of them. There's been so much like mad allegations about things that have gone on behind the scenes in the name of people trying to make.
I think it's time to wrap it up. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I don't enjoy them anymore, so I don't really watch them as much. But I'm like, let's wrap this. And also, nobody believes this is reality.
Yeah.
Nobody doesn't think this is I did watch a really good reality TV show the other day, but it was very different. Oh my God, it's so good. It's it's on Amazon and it's called something Retreat. So the base of it, I can't remember what it was, Company Retreat. So the base of it, season 2, the first season was about a trial, but the base of it is that like they're on a company retreat and it's just like reacting, but everybody there is an actor but one person.
Oh, okay.
So the one person actually believes this is like second week at a job and is at a company retreat, but everybody there is acting. So they're like ridiculous things are happening. So like someone's proposed to one of their staff members, but the other girl said no. Why would I say but mad things are happening around them. But you're just watching this one person who's not aware that everyone's acting, and it was actually so wholesome and such. It was actually such a really really lovely show. Yeah. And at the end of it, this one person they gave him like 150 grand or something. And like it was nice in the way of the like he just genuinely believed it, and he was just like he doesn't know why the CEO is acting like this, and he's trying to like save the company and fix things and do all of these things, but he's unaware that like everyone here is just acting. And I was like, this is such a great premise.
And the thing is, they all start off that way. I think it's just the perpetuation of the shows where they have to just constantly just like pedal to the metal, whatever the saying is. Like when they all start off very wholesome. They all start off just wanting to like, watch human behavior or just literally have people fall in love and see if it does work. Like if two strangers that have everything, they're a perfect pair on paper. If they're placed together, can it work? Like I can see how the origin story of it is very sincere, but just over the years, it just becomes more and more and more annoying. Like Big Brother was at its best the first maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
Because they didn't even have all the tasks and shit. Like they literally just had people in a house 24/7 to see how they would engage with one another.
Oh my days, when does Traitors start?
Oh, actually, I don't know.
Because they're filming it now for sure. They've all got into the castle.
Hopefully soon.
Oh, I love a Traitors.
I'm excited for Traitors.
Yeah.
But everything else is just... Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Those are the shows I'll do. I'll do a Traitors in terms of having to stay in the house. I think Traitors will be that's my limit in terms of having
Traitors. Yeah,
and everyone gets their own room. We're not in one shared bunker.
No.
Yeah. No, I want my own room, my own space. Let me go upstairs.
I think that would make me feel sick. Like is having to share a room with all these people with different levels of hygiene. I haven't shared a room since I shared a room with my sister. Yeah, same. It's not something that I do very often.
I can't imagine sharing a room again now.
It's not really it. Yes, but I can't imagine it. And then, And
even me and my sister, when we fought, there was actually a strict line in the middle of that room. This was your side and this was your side. And it was very, very apparent because you walk into my sister's side all nice and clean and my side was a mess. Clothes on the floor, clothes everywhere. And we actually divided it by line. Like nothing went over anybody's line. Yeah, you saw the posters on each individual side to see who liked what. Even though like our beds were identical, our wardrobe were identical, but was bang in the middle of the line. The only thing that stayed that crossed that line was the ironing board.
Yeah, and I feel like in every good American sitcom, they've had an episode where the sisters are arguing and they physically draw a line.
Yeah, there's that line
and
there.
they're like, "This is my side of the room. Yeah, no, this isn't your side of the room." And so that's definitely.
And the worst of it was when like you wanted to sleep, but they went to be up, and the light issue was always.
That was so annoying. I remember one time when I used to share a room with my sister. And I was going out with my Jamaican ex, Kamaya. Yeah. And he used to like always, because he lived in the house opposite me. So do you remember he used to shine his flashlight?
Oh, flashlight, oh.
He used to have a laser light and he would beam it into my room and that was my signal. And I'd go and open the window and just be chatting to him all night from like one window to the other. Like, and then all the kids on my estate, we would all do that at night and everyone would have their bedroom windows open. We'd all just be chatting to each other. Like, that was when we used to be a fucking country. I loved it. But like, I remember one time my sister, like, I used to always want to talk about Kamal all the time.
So
and my sister was just like, I don't care. But then one day she was proper like, tell me about Kamal. Like, she was like, literally tell me everything about Kamal. And I was proper chatting. I wouldn't stop. And she was like, do you know what? She was like, I'm going to be so for real with you. Like, I'm just really, I'm too scared to go to bed. So I just need you to keep me up and just keep me entertained. And I was like, so you don't actually care about me and Kamal?
She doesn't care about you and Kamal.
She was talking the things. But yeah, outside of that, I'm not trying to share a room with bare people.
And it was most annoying if the light switch was nearer to your bed. Because my sister's argument was like, well, you're the last one to come in, but I was like, but you're closest to it and nobody would want to get up to turn off the light. And we'll just hope at one point my mum will come in and
just
peek
come
through.
in, yeah.
Turn the light off, please.
Oh my God, the memories.
No, sharing a room was, I can't imagine being in a thing with random people who I don't know and we're all sharing a space. How they do it on Love Island, I will never understand.
Yeah, exactly. The thing with Love Island is that I'm not sharing a bed with a random guy. I'm just not all the kissing. I just cannot. Like, it literally gives me the ick when I watch them kissing and I'm just like
even with the man I love when I'm sleeping, I'm like,
exactly.
Okay, but all the time performative. Nobody sleeps like that. Like, please face your side, me to our face my side. I have a very particular way that I sleep.
I'm just like, no, you cannot pay me enough money.
And then you're sleeping and your arm is dead and you want to move your arm. You just want to be your heart. It's sticky. Like, please.
No,
this is nice and romantic on the base of it, but let's actually sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, none of that.
Like, when it actually comes to sleeping, nobody needs to be hugging this tightly.
None of that. It's definitely not a bit of me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And maybe at some point just reach out, call you alive, you're still there, and go back to sleep. And that's the most we're getting. Just be like, okay, cool, everyone's still alive and all is well. But
no,
like
facts.
that, if you take sleep seriously, let's be serious about this thing.
Because what is going on? But yeah,
we should do some dilemmas.
They figure it out. Yes, let's do it.
I wonder what happens. Like, who gets in trouble now? Does the show get called off?
I reckon it'll just be cancelled.
Do the hosts have to like make a announcement or say anything?
It's really sad because
they're probably told to shut up right now.
I forgot her name. The lady that died.
Oh yes, she did. Her soul rest in peace.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon they're just going to cancel it.
It'll just be done.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to all.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for them. They've never hired me. So
karma comes round in mysterious ways.
You should have hired me. Right, okay, let's get into some dilemmas. Righty-o. The first dilemma. Okay. I beg you help. Oh, okay. I beg you help. My mum is... That doesn't sound like me. You have to say, I beg you help. You can't say, I beg you help.
Hang on. Am I looking at the right place?
I don't know if you're looking at the right place. This week's dilemma?
Oh, yeah, I am.
I beg you help. My mum is investing thousands into scam courses to help her become an entrepreneur. Timely.
Oh, God.
Okay. Hi, Tolly and Audrey. One more flower all the way from Australia for being the one piece of the UK I actually miss. Moved here 6 years ago, and although I'd never moved back to Essex, you guys would be the reason. Thank you always. Thank you. It's 5 a.m. here, and I just need to get this off my chest. Okay, let's get into it. Girls, I'm 30. My Caribbean mum is 65, and my brother that lives at home with her is 28. It's been pretty smooth sailing up until about a year ago. My mum started coming up to retirement age. She's always been hardworking. She has a degree in physiotherapy, did that for a while till she got pregnant and traded that life for mum life. Not only mum life, but single mum life, as a Caribbean father was, of course, not around too often. Please know that I did not add that, of course. Please. That was written here.
That's a stereotype that we do not
that I do not
conform to.
Condone.
Sorry, yeah.
Baby father! Be a father to your child. Okay. Anyways, in the years of growing up, my mum was working small jobs to keep us afloat and had tried to start a business with a friend in hairdressing that sadly failed, leading to bankruptcy. My dad was in and out in the home. He had money, not clean money, but we didn't really feel like we were missing out on much. It was tough. My mum did the most amazing job. Anyways, fast forward to a year or two ago. My mum had been a driver for kids with disability for about 10 years, and in fairness, she was getting bored of it. My brother set up his own business and started earning pretty good money. He always put money towards bills and helped in the home financially to support my mum, which is, in all honesty, I can never thank him enough for, as I've been in Australia building my life and he's been helping mum. Anyway, since being here, I haven't had a visit from the family due to COVID, and mum finally decided to book a flight. She had to get a credit card to book it, but seemed confident it would be paid off. Around the same time, she mentioned she wanted to start her own business, doing something but not sure what. She started sending all these entrepreneur videos and AI videos thinking they're real. Her algorithm is all get money quick content, and girls, it is wild. Saddest part is for that generation, they actually believe it, which is why I have this dilemma. Anyways, long story short, she's decided she wanted to do a property deal, sourcing for investors, which sounds fine, but we warned her about doing it the right way, doing the research about it and putting her all in. But instead, in her stubborn Caribbean mum way, she started going to all of these online conferences and in-person courses and investing hours into this idea. Even when she came to visit me, we'd be out for dinner and she'd have her phone out, earphones in, to be on a conference. And girls, even when she came to visit, keep in mind the trip would have cost her a lot on a credit card. At the same time, she had bought a £1,000 course, which she later found out was a scam. My brother and I have had so many chats with her, but she doesn't listen and keeps saying, I'm so close to my first deal. One time she called me all frantic when I was at dinner because she thought she'd made a 40k deal and asked me how to make an invoice so they can pay her. The list goes on with the amount of foolishness that has happened. You get the point. So my dilemma is, what can we do to avoid her getting into thousands of debt she already is and support her dreams? Oh, also, she's quit her job to commit fully to this. So now she has no stream of income. It's so hard, but I really need your help. Loads of love, soon to be a broke daughter of a Caribbean entrepreneur mother.
Oh, God. Heavy on the Caribbean.
Heavy.
She was like, you will know. Do you know what?
Yeah.
This is a
that
tough
generation.
One. They do. But remember, they come from the generation of pyramid schemes.
Yes.
And all that stuff. So, like, to her, and the thing is,
my mum's been scammed.
Yeah, same. And the thing is, they used to believe stuff like that through word of mouth. So imagine the technology to back up the things,
especially
like,
with all the AI and all of that. Absolutely.
She probably thinks that things are so legit.
And what's so annoying about that generation is that they don't tell you.
Yeah.
Like, until shit has hit the fan is when they say, oh, and they said, but I'd already sent the money. You're like, Mum, like, why would you not seek advice before you get to that point? Like, they don't tell you. They do all these things in secret. So it will be after she's already paid the £1,000 before she tells you to pay for a course. You're like, Mum, that's not real. That's a scam. I actually don't. We just got very strict with my mum, you know.
Yeah.
We were like, send us let's see it first. Because my mum, she would just believe anything.
Yeah. The thing with my mum is, like, because she's so deep in Ghanaian TikTok, so she luckily is kind of the opposite. My mum don't believe nothing. Like, she's literally like, oh, if this person calls you saying this, it's a scam. Like, she said, the other day she said she got a call, from someone being like, hey, what's your bank details or something, yeah?
Oh, God.
And then my mum was like, hey, she goes, are you a scammer? I was busting up. She was like, hey, you know, 'cause she said that someone had called to basically be like, oh, you're part of a group, because she's part of like this association, like a bunch of like,
they all
Ghanaian
are.
women.
They all
They get
are.
together, do whatever.
What's the Caribbean version of partner?
What do you mean?
Is it partner?
Partner. Oh, partner.
Partner. Okay, because the Yoruba version is Ajo. Which I think there should be a long history. I think it's one of the brilliant things that Black people have.
Yeah, because we didn't have a choice.
We didn't have a choice. Couldn't have bank accounts. I think it is
to funnel things internally between us. So it's not, at its core, it's not a bad thing at all. But of course, there's always bad eggs that will take advantage. And so, so my mum was saying that someone had called being like, oh, you're part of this group. And they had information about the group, which is probably not that hard to find. I asked her for a bank details. She was like, no, you're a scammer. I just think you have to constantly educate your mum. It's just as simple as that. I feel like with things like this year, you have to start looking at reviews, you know?
Yeah, and also you have to form interest in what it is. So when she's like, oh, she wants to do this, I was like, oh, Mum, great. Send it over to us first. Let us vet it. Because I think you saying to her, Mum, don't do it. No. She's not going to listen. Hating. She thinks you're hating. She thinks that, oh, fine. I think the one thing we have to make sure is that our parents don't keep secrets from us. When they stop telling you about things, that's when you have to start being 100%. Scared. When they do things without seeking advice, without asking you what you think about it, as annoying as it is, come to me first. Because then I can vet it.
The tables have turned, bro.
No, I know.
It's parents. What the hell?
It is actually crazy that you have to start parenting them. You have to start being like, oh, I heard about this. Okay, let me check it out first, Mum, and then I'll let you know if it's legit or not. You have to be interested in it, because if you leave them to their own device, God above.
Exactly.
God help us all.
I actually think that's a really good piece of advice to, even if you don't give a shit, pretend you even want to be brought in, and then just be like, oh mum, like actually I was doing some research and blah blah blah. Send her reviews. I guarantee you, if this thing is a scam, there will be Google reviews upon Google reviews upon Reddit threads upon Reddit threads. Screenshot those things, send them to her, and just be like, mum, like these people invested this money in this thing. Look at what people are saying.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So you're gonna have to be very practical about the situation, and I definitely think an open line of communication is going to be the best way. Like Tolly said, if she is doing things if she's doing it if she doesn't feel like it's a safe space, she's going to do it in secret, and then you just won't know, and it'll be by the time you find out, it'll be too late. You need to definitely get ahead of this problem. But yeah, you just need to be strict. The way I'll be sending my mum reviews, I'll be sending her videos, anything that is counteracting what she's saying, because at its core, what she wants to do is not bad, but she just needs to do it in the legit ways. And there's so many scammers. I even literally got a scam the other day, yeah. Someone just called me and they were like, hiya, like they said the name of my bank, and it sounded so legit. And they were like, oh, can you give us your like online login password, because we just want to verify a transaction, right?
What did you say to them?
And I was like, verify, and as far as I didn't have any transactions going through. So I was like, because usually they text and they'll be like, oh, press Y for this or N for that, right? So that was the first red flag. So I was like, no, this is weird. And then they were just like, well, if you don't know your online login password, if you log into your app, because sometimes they will say, log into your app and we've sent a message.
And we said, you can start mirroring.
So I thought that's what he was saying. But then he was like, oh, log into your app, click on this, and then you'll see your online login. I didn't even fucking know that.
You don't
so
do
then
that.
I just locked off.
Yeah, go.
Because I was like, no, something does not feel right. I'm locking off. It sounded legit, but it also didn't feel right. I called NatWest straight away and I was like, are you guys trying to call me to verify a transaction? They were like, no.
They don't do that.
They were like, that's a
Your
scam.
bank doesn't call you.
I was like, nah.
Like, let's just put it
Not
like this.
out of the blue.
No, your bank never calls you.
Yeah, they don't call you out of the blue.
They do not call you. They will send you a letter, send you an email. They'll be like, did you do yes or no? They do. Nobody at the bank, because hi, it's me from Abbey National.
Exactly.
Nobody calls you.
Yeah.
Why? Because for what?
Exactly.
Why would your bank, they don't call you. So it's, if you ever get a phone call from a bank, they do not call you. There are so many, like I said, nobody
people
that's
are
made a
really
billion
trying
will not be like, hey, pay for my course and I'm going to teach you. It is all bullshit. And I'm actually sick of all of the new people. Let me tell you, people are finding new ways to scam every single day. The new one is using podcasting. There is one guy, I will be your, watch out for me. I'm going to find you and I'm going to, and I keep seeing very intelligent people keep posting this man and it's driving me crazy. But I don't know if you've seen this guy, this black guy, and the niggas love him. He uses Christianity, does all of that. Like, just because I've forgiven you doesn't mean I forget. Like, all of that, whatever. I was like, I might not be talking to you, but just know that I haven't forgiven you. Or that, like, oh, people don't like it when you've got fire without mentioning your name. He just talks all this shit, right? He's on a podcast. He's talking to himself. There's no, and that's okay. I don't mind one people podcast, but he's acting like there is somebody else in the room.
Insanity.
He like talks to them, but the camera never cuts away to anybody else. He just keeps looking at someone that's never there. So there's nobody else in the room. He's just saying things that is clearly AI generated. That is just kind of taking things that like people don't like it when you just saying bullshit.
And then you said that whenever anyone asks, there's no full episode.
There is no long form episode. There is no podcast. Anytime anyone says like, hey, where's the link to the pod, bro? There is no podcast. And let me tell you this, anybody can be profound in 2 minutes.
Especially with fucking ChatGPT.
And none of even the cadence of where he speaks, how he thinks, it's all AI generated, right? So there is no long form content. You've just kind of taken something. Hey, you can clip any 2 minute of this long episode and it'll probably be making sense. You can probably clip 30 minutes of this episode and be like, what the fuck are they talking about? I'm very aware that so often, just like men having sex with women, I'm nearly there. I'm nearly at the point. Going in, nearly hit the mark, and then I miss it. But if you clip that up in 2 minutes, you would think I was a fucking genius because you didn't hit the end of my sentence. So there's no long form content, right? He just does this thing. He's not talking to anybody. And when they ask for a link, he ignores them. And the link on his bio leads to how to get rich. And it fucks
And that's
me
always going to work because
off.
everyone's
It
desperate.
annoys me so much because this guy is getting hundreds of thousands of views and he's a fraud. And there's another one that they do now, which a lot of brands are doing, right? They want to talk about their brand, so they want to talk about toothpaste, and then they act like people are talking about it on a podcast.
but it's just an ad.
They were like, oh my God, so you mean you use Clean to clean your mouth? I was like, since I started, it's an ad.
So many.
There's no
many of them,
podcast
yeah.
episode. There was none of that, but they're just so aware that people trust podcasters. They know that people trust that format. It's a real life format, so they're using that to fraud. So I saw all of this to say there are so many new and unique ways to fraud people all of the time. Like AI is battering my generation. I can't imagine what it's doing to the 65-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly.
That thing is
They must believe
finishing
everything.
them.
They must believe.
That
'Cause even some things really get me.
Because for the longest time it would be like, oh no, it's not real because, but now they can, no, but look, it is real. I can see it.
We thought we were eating with Photoshop back in the day. AI is something else. Like so many narratives are being created, images of things that look so real. Like the AI images now, that there's so many AI edits now of Jacob Elordi and Kendall Jenner because they're allegedly dating. And I don't think there's actually been any real legit pictures of them, but everything people have like been making all these weird edits of them together. And honestly, if you're not AI trained, if you don't have an AI eye, you will think it's real. And
It is crazy.
It's mental.
But to go back to your dilemma, just say to my mum, anything you want to sign up for before you pay, just let us see it.
Yeah.
You change your phone.
Yeah, I went
Why?
back to my 15 Pro because that phone, the 17, it kept on glitching. Do you ever have that issue?
No.
Anytime I'm like trying to tap on my screen, I have to tap. I have to always come out of the app and I have to reboot my phone all
Have
the
you
time.
taken it to Apple?
No, I will, but I just switched my phone, so I've got my Pro Max back
You've got too much money.
because
I can't imagine buying a phone that's glitching and just saying, I'm
I
going to go
didn't
back.
buy it. This is my old one.
Yeah, I know, but you're just going to leave your new one like that.
I will do something. With
No,
it.
you won't though. Audrey, I know you won't.
I will do something, but it was so annoying. And then even my voice notes wouldn't play. So if I'm listening to a voice note, it's like about.
Take it back to them and
it's
get a
proper
new
glitching.
phone.
No, I probably should, but because mine's contract, isn't it?
Yeah, so?
So I don't know if there's Windows gone. 'Cause
No,
I've had it for a
you
minute,
can
but
sort that
I
out.
actually will, because what I might actually do is try and upgrade it for a 17 Pro
Yeah,
Max.
go get that sorted out.
So, yeah,
but
but
yeah,
yeah, it's
just
not a
say to your mum, before she pays for anything, your brother's an entrepreneur. He's out of that world. He knows the language. He lives at home. It's harder for you. You're the other side of the world,
Yeah,
different time
literally.
zone. Just tell her, Mum, send it to me. Send it to us first. Let us vet it and go for that. Because at the end of the day, your mum is fixing trying to make something of herself, which is
Yeah.
absolutely
So
fair.
shout out her.
I can imagine being at that age and being like, no, I want to do more.
Yeah,
There's
she's
something like
trying
that,
to
which
get
is
to the bag.
absolutely fair. But like that means she's prime for scamming.
Yeah,
In fact, all of our parents, all of us need to do better because then people are perfect
Yeah.
for scamming.
They really, really are. Because that's what our good sis Jen Shah did.
Yeah, and they said it, but the internet said, but I saw this video, but they said that if you pay one thing here and you will now, please.
People that were always telling us that the internet was so evil.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Them, even be careful with them with church as well. Church was scam.
Yeah,
They
that's
are
another thing.
perfect for scamming. So just tell her to tell you first.
Yeah, agreed. Okay, next dilemma.
Next dilemma.
It says, I've been a receipts listener for over 5 years and I'm so grateful me and my best friend got to see you on tour a few years ago.
Yay.
Tolly, Audrey, I will miss listening to your chat on a weekly basis, but so proud of you for choosing what's right for you both. Can't believe I'm writing in, but here we go. My partner and I have been together for just over 3 years. I'm 29, Eastern European, and he's 33, half Nigerian, half Jamaican.
Okay.
For the past year, we've both talked seriously about starting a family. While I've always felt comfortable waiting until my early 30s, he's the one pushing for the baby.
Okay.
I've recently reached a point where I feel emotionally and physically ready to begin trying for a baby. The issue is that my partner has been a regular cannabis user since before I met him. It's part of his routine and he smokes most days. I always assumed as we moved into the next phase of life, it would naturally become less important to him. Last year, we had a very clear conversation. I told him that if we were to start trying for a baby, I wanted him to stop smoking beforehand so we could give ourselves the best chance of conceiving and create the healthiest environment possible.
Okay.
I also said that once we had a child, I want smoking to become very occasional at most, rather than a daily habit. He agreed and said he was willing to make those changes. We plan to start trying this summer, but that hasn't happened. He'll stop for a week, then start again. He says he wants to quit, but his efforts are inconsistent. What frustrates me the most is that he tends to smoke because it's the weekend. He wants to relax or he's stressed. To be fair, he does have some personal challenges going on right now, but my perspective is that life will always bring stress and having a child will only add more. I'm also someone who likes to plan, so having our timeline delayed has been difficult. That said, I'd much rather postpone having a baby than move ahead before we're both truly ready. I've reassured him that If he's not ready to make this change, that's okay. We can wait. But the bigger question in mind is whether he actually wants to give up this habit at all. He says he feels pressured and sometimes acts as though I'm trying to control what he can and can't do. From my perspective, I'm asking for a reasonable compromise when I'm the one who will be making the much bigger physical and emotional sacrifice by carrying and giving birth to our child. He seems to want me to loosen my expectations and accept occasional smoking while we're trying to conceive and while raising a child. But to me, this feels like the bare minimum. So my dilemma is this. Am I being too rigid in expecting my partner to stop smoking cannabis before we try for a baby and to significantly reduce or stop it once we become parents? Is this a fair boundary to hold, or am I trying to control his choices? If he can't commit to this, am I fair to walk away from our relationship? What would you do? So I absolutely think that this is a reasonable ask. At the end of the day, even for you, just living in the house where, you know, it just stinks of smoke all of the time, I'm sure even for your own personal existence, like, this is something that you want him, you know, that's going to benefit you both. Listen, at the end of the day, asking him to stop smoking is only going to benefit him. There's no real benefit to weed. Okay, yeah, it might de-stress him or whatever. He's not using it for pain relief. It hasn't been prescribed by a doctor or anything. It's purely recreational. And like, he's the one that wants the child. So yeah, like you said, if he can't commit to giving up smoking weed or even reducing it, then I do think that that is setting the tone for what's to come. Like, if you're not willing to do it for your unborn child, then what are you going to do it for? I don't think you're trying to control him at all.
No.
Like, smoking weed and stuff like that absolutely impacts sperm count and sperm quality. And there's so much like talks now about, there's so much more visibility and exposure now about how men's contribution to fertility is far greater than what has been told to us before. Like, it's always been, the narrative has always been perpetuated that it's mainly the woman, but no, actually, like, sperm and the quality of sperm has an impact on all sorts of things, whether it be DNA, genetic disorders, and even the possibility of just conceiving in general. So if he wants you to get pregnant and give your baby the best possible start in life, then it needs to start from now. It literally needs to start from conception. And you've said it to him, it's up to him. Like you said yourself at the top end of the dilemma that you can wait. So he's the one that wanted the baby now and you met him in the middle. So I don't understand why he can't compromise with you. You moved your timeline forward for him and he can't do what needs to do, not only for himself, but his unborn child. Do I think that you should break up with him? I don't know that you should break up with him because it clearly wasn't that much of an issue before. But I definitely think I'm putting pregnancy on hold until you get it together. That's just me.
You guys know me. I don't like people that like things too much.
Yeah. What
Like,
do you mean?
What do you mean? Are you a fiend? The answer
quite
is yes.
literally a
Because what do you
fiend.
mean you cannot stop? Like, you're doing it all the time. You're like, it's not even like when I ask you, okay, can you stop? You stop for a week and then you go back. Clearly, you are addicted to this thing, right? And maybe let's face that addiction and sort that out before we bring a child into it. You want to do it to relax. You want to do it because you're stressed. Guess what's going to make you more stressed? Are you?
Yep, exactly.
They will bring you joy, they'll bring you happiness, fulfillment, but they will also definitely will bring you stress.
Yep.
Even if you have the calmest baby, the stress of keeping them alive, the stress of have I got enough money to look after them, the stress of are they going to be okay, you are going to be stressed because of this new thing that you've brought into the world. So therefore, you're going to want to smoke weed more. I don't want you to do that. I don't want to have a child with someone who cannot stop smoking weed. I would feel the same way about a cigarette, by the way. I would feel the same way about if you're vaping. Cut that shit out.
100%.
And look, I'm a firm believer. I don't think anything is too small to leave if you don't want to be there. If this is your thing, then this is your thing. Like, if your thing was, I don't like the way my partner smells. Okay, go.
That is very bad.
Like I said, like I feel like if you like you're in this for the long run, but you don't even think the person you're with is responsible enough to have a child with. Why are you there then?
Yeah, I think that's the bigger reason. Do you know what I mean? And it's bigger than the weed. It's
Yeah,
the fact that
there's the
you
responsibility
can't-
that you don't see in him.
You can't commit
Yeah.
to this. Like, you lack discipline, you lack willpower, all of these things that you need to be a decent parent. I
Yeah.
just find it mad that he wants a kid so badly and he doesn't want to give his child the best
The
possible
reason
start
why
in
he
life.
thinks that is because he is not including himself in the whole thing of that child.
Yeah.
All he thinks is that I just need to nut in you and you're pregnant,
yeah.
and then she carries the rest of it, right? So he's not putting himself in the equation.
Yeah.
He's thinking, it doesn't matter what I do though.
Yeah.
Because that's how it's going to see the parenthood. It doesn't matter what my input in it. Shabi's you that's going to be pregnant. Shabi's you that's going to be doing the breastfeeding.
It's so
So
true.
to him, it doesn't matter if he's smoking weed because he doesn't know how that would. He doesn't see it how it affects anything.
Yeah.
But if I need you, so you need it at the weekend. So you think the baby's going to say, "Oh, it's the weekend. Let me not cry this weekend."
Yeah.
Because daddy's getting a bit of a high on. I don't know. I don't do weed. I don't know what it does to people. And people say it's better than alcohol. People say like all of these things. But like, if it's your thing and you're like, no.
It's smoking. It's not good for you at the end of the day. Yeah, some people say because weed comes from the earth and all of that stuff, but it's still not good for you. I'm sorry.
And if it's your thing, it's your thing.
Yeah.
And if you want it that badly, you will stop.
Yeah.
Like I said, even showing me to be like, babe, I'm very serious about this thing. Look, I haven't smoked in da-da-da-da-da-da.
Literally.
But 1 week.
Yeah, no, come on, sir. Come on, do better.
I think you should say to him, until I see that you can actually stop this thing, or I'm seeing you do it, I don't know, once every 3 months or once a month, or not in our home, maybe. But till then, this is not happening.
Yeah.
I'm sealing this thing shut.
And I just think that men contribute to how your pregnancy turns out. I didn't even know that HG, which is what I had, hypervomesis, I can never say that word, but HG, yeah, it's where you're basically nauseous and vomiting from like the whole of your pregnancy.
Yeah.
That is because of the male DNA. It's
really?
the men that cause that. I had no idea. So I was like, I know this shit ain't on me. It's them. Like, so if you suffered from HG, it's because of the guy. It's because of his sperm. It's because of his DNA. I don't know if it's because it's defect. I don't know about that. I just know that it's because of them. And so there's a lot of things that they contribute to your pregnancy. And even aside from all of the physical stuff, because that's one thing, just the environment. Like, you don't want to be arguing with him about this all the time. You don't want to be stressed out and fighting. Like, it's just not conducive to like you guys' future plans. So I think, yeah, he needs to figure it out quickly. Otherwise, me personally, my legs will be closed.
As in tight.
Like, my legs will be closed firmly. So, yeah.
Right, next dilemma. Hey,
Hey,
Tolly and Audrey. I hope this is received okay. This is my first time submitting a dilemma. I'm writing for a very close friend, Abigail, who recently started seeing a new guy.
Okay.
It's her first relationship in her 30s and I really want the best for her. She shared with me that he treats her well, looks after her, but the issue is with his visa/papers and he isn't earning well. Especially the changes with the ILRs and visas, she's concerned that he may be using her. They've been dating for almost 8 months now, but made it official only a few months ago after a few back and forth, too many breakups, and he wasn't initially sure. Certain comments that he'd made rubbed me up the wrong way, which is why she's ended things previously, but they ended up getting back together. He's made blunt, offensive comments and say she's sensitive and it's his culture. Also asked questions about salary, family net worth, which I don't feel are appropriate, but that's just me. They are now temporarily living together in her flat and he has mentioned marriage, but no rush, and he's not pushing to meet his family. My friend also flagged the concerns, but is obsessed with him and is having the best sex of her life. She's pretty locked in, but overall, he does initially seem like a good guy, treating her well with what he can. She's met some of his family, his cousins and sisters, have not been introduced to other elders in his family for now. Can you advise any red flags you see and how I can support without pushing her away? Also, have you experienced anything similar or would be the best option for her in the current climate? Obviously, not everyone is being used and people deserve love, but had to raise it. Love you ladies, keep doing your thing.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think as a friend, sometimes you do notice blind spots. Do you know what I mean? Like, you do notice blind spots that your friend, if they're so entrenched in something, they might be missing. And I definitely think that like that is valid.
But she doesn't say anything here outside of the fact that he has visa issues that makes you believe that he's using her for visa.
Yeah.
Like, that just sounds like a separate issue that he's having. But it's not, you haven't said, oh, he's told her they have to marry each other now. Or he said to her that he needs, do you know what I mean? Like, none of that has been brought up. Because I was going to say, I don't understand.
The timeline, it does feel like it's moving fast, but it's hard to separate the two. We don't know whether they're just moving fast because they're really happy or if he is. But he said that he wants to get married, but he's not really in a rush.
And also, they're broken up because he wasn't initially sure.
Yeah. So if he was trying
if
to
you were
scam
trying to
her,
use her, he would have been
then
sure,
he would have
buddy.
been- yeah, he would have been. He didn't even need to. He didn't even need to be sure. He would have just been on it. Yeah, I think it's important to just keep on being aware and picking up on things that she may not be aware of because she's so enamored with this guy or whatever. But as of now, I don't think you've got anything to really worry about. Do you know what I mean? I don't think that anything major has happened that would make me pull my friend aside and be like, if my friend was like, oh my God, we're doing this on the Whirlwind and we're getting married next week, then I think I would interject and be like, are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. But I don't think you're there. I don't think you're there yet, but I don't think you're wrong for like being slightly alarmed, but I wouldn't say anything at this point. I would just keep it in my back pocket for now until something more significant happened. But your friend seems happy. They both seem to be, equally feeling each other. She's having the best sex ever. And he's not trying to put a ring on it just yet. It does feel like they're on the fast track. But again, I can't decipher whether that's just their relationship or whether this visa thing is like, got a part to play. But I would just not say anything for now if it were me.
And also, you say she's pretty locked in, and Oberho does seem like a good guy and is treating her well with what he can. I'm sorry, I think this might be a case of taking paracetamol for someone else's headache. I'm so sorry. I think it might be a strong case of that because, nothing has pointed to the fact that he's just because of his situation. You were assuming that he might be, but he actually hasn't done anything to show that he might be. Right? I think just be there for your friend, and when there's signs are more glaring, you ask if we've ever gone through anything like this. No, I haven't.
Exactly, and me either. It's definitely given unconscious bias. You've heard someone with visa issues, and you're just. People can have visa issues and not want to go down that route.
Yeah.
Not everybody that has visa issues suddenly tries to fast track their way into a relationship to get married. I think you're jumping the gun.
Yeah.
Just chill.
And also for me, the ability to travel is on my list of must-haves.
Yeah.
Like I said,
100%.
The ability to travel, I don't care what passport is, as long as you can go up and down with it, the ability to travel is on my list of must-haves. So I've never experienced that before.
Yeah, same. Me either. Okay, next dilemma.
Next dilemma.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
First of all, I just want to say you are an amazing duo.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I stumbled across your podcast. It's genuinely had a really positive impact on my life. May God bless you both and all your future endeavours.
Amen.
Sorry, I hope this isn't too long, but I need your advice because I feel really guilty about something that happened on holiday, and now I don't know how to process or navigate these feelings.
Oh.
For context, I've been with my boyfriend for almost 2 years. Our anniversary is actually coming up this month. I love that for us. It's been an amazing relationship. I love this man deeply. I see a future with him. I adore his family. He's caring, attentive, and I'm very attracted to him.
Nice.
I've honestly never felt loved the way he loves me.
Cute.
Recently, I went on a trip to Portugal with my best friend for an event, kind of like DLT vibes, but smaller.
Okay.
While I was there, I noticed a DJ and found him attractive.
DJ.
That in itself isn't unusual. I found other people attractive during my relationship and never thought anything of it, but this time it felt different.
Okay.
He introduced himself to us and I started to like his personality and vibe.
Of course you did.
Throughout the trip, I kept catching myself looking at him, and by the middle of the holiday, it felt like I developed a high school crush.
Okay.
I didn't think too much of it because we barely spoke, and I just assumed it was because my boyfriend wasn't there and my mind was finding something to latch onto.
Okay.
However, on the last day, a group of us, about 20 people, were at the beach.
Okay.
He was sitting with 2 girls I didn't know playing cards, and I built up the courage to go over and join them. Partly because I genuinely wanted to play, but also because I wanted to be near him.
Okay.
At one point, the 2 girls left to find the toilet, so it was just me and him. And honestly, in that moment, it felt like it was just the 2 of us on the whole beach. He started making conversation, but I got nervous, like proper giddy schoolgirl nervous. I was smiling loads, giving one-word answers, fidgeting with my sunglasses, just not myself at all.
Okay.
Then he clocks it and says something like, why are you getting all nervous touching your sunglasses and that? But it was the way he said it, along with the eye contact, it felt like he was flirting with me.
Okay.
Ladies, when I say I folded, I was blushing, smiling like crazy, like I definitely lost all composure. By the time the girls came back, all I could think of was that he and probably everyone there could tell I liked him.
Okay.
Even my best friend noticed. She said if I smiled like that every day, she'd be concerned.
Okay.
Nothing actually happened. We didn't exchange numbers or anything. I mean, I followed him on Insta, but his Insta is more of a promotion page for his DJ sets. But the interaction stayed with me. So my questions are, is it bad that I had an intense holiday crush while being in a happy, loving relationship, even though nothing happened?
Sorry.
Is it? Exactly. Does this mean that maybe my current relationship isn't as strong as I thought it was? And have you ever experienced something similar? where you're in a great relationship, but someone unexpectedly catches your attention in a way that surprises you. I just feel really guilty and I don't know whether I'm overthinking it. Thank you.
Girl, why do you build me up only just to let me
I
down?
know, boy, the way
you
I
mean
thought
you were
you were gonna
touching
say
your
they
glasses and you smiled at a man that was flirting and now you are feeling guilty and overthinking it?
Exactly.
I'm so sorry. And I don't even like this saying, but get a grip.
No, yeah, girl.
Do you know what?
Let
No.
go and let God.
This is so cute. You're so adorable.
Yeah, you are actually.
You are a
we're so
sweetheart.
used to cheaters.
Yes. What?
Girl, you are human. Okay? You are human. And this is the first of many tests that you will have in your relationship. Listen, once you lock into a relationship, it doesn't mean that you're dead to the rest of the world.
Thank you.
It doesn't mean that you're blind
It
to the
doesn't
rest
mean
of the
your fanny
world.
doesn't
It doesn't
flatter
mean
a
you're
good-looking
deaf
man.
and your juices dry up and you don't have feelings or,
Just pick the right
attraction to other people.
decisions.
Like, you've obviously made the right decisions because literally if you wanted something to happen you would have stuck it on him and you really didn't.
You didn't.
And so you need to release that guilt. You are a human being. It's like he will pass, the time will fade, you'll see your boyfriend again and everything will come flooding back as to why you love him and then you'll let go of this
Just
guy.
unfollow him on Instagram so you
Yeah.
don't have to think about him anymore. It is not that deep. I think it is very possible to be in a very loving relationship and have fun flirting with
find
someone and
someone
go
else
home.
attractive.
You didn't kiss. You didn't. The most you touched was your glasses.
Exactly. You didn't
Your
even touch
own
him.
glasses, and you giggled.
Exactly.
It's okay.
That is not a crime,
Like
girl.
that is, girl. It is. It's more than okay. You allowed a little flirt. Like you are a human being with.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't do anything. You didn't act on it in any way.
It's not even worth reporting back to your boyfriend to be like, oh, babe,
Definitely don't report.
I flirted with someone on the beach.
Definitely do not report. You didn't exchange numbers because if you got a cheeky number, that's how it starts. That's how these things start. But you didn't even do that. You have the restraint to not do that. So yeah, I would say unfollow him just so you don't have, And also, if you want
Free yourself.
any other reason to not feel tempted, I guarantee you he probably doesn't run that page. So if you ever had the desire to DM him, he's probably got a PA or someone that manages the page. It
don't.
will go through to her. So don't do it. And his girlfriend is probably the PA manager.
Girl.
So I'm just saying that. That's just as a
You had a little flirt over a game of cards on a beach in Portugal.
with 20 other of your
The sun
closest
was
friends.
shining, you were pretty, he was good looking, the sun was glistening, music was playing, and you smiled a little too hard at a man. That is not a crime.
And you were a girl. Can
I
I
make
make it
like go? The way you were
obvious?
building up the anticipation,
I
when
know.
I even skin ready and I say folded, I thought you
I
meant your
know,
physical
it's
body
literally-
folded and it was ramming it in. That's disgusting, Talani. But none of that.
That's what
You
we're used to over here on this
smiled.
platform.
You smiled. You are
Yeah.
adorable and you are a faithful queen.
Yeah, you're a good woman.
And I'm glad
Yeah, we
that
love
you
that
did
for you.
nothing and stop berating of it yourself over nothing.
Exactly.
Quite frankly, you did nothing.
You did nothing wrong, sis.
Okay.
So, that's all.
Free yourself. Last dilemma. Hi, Tolly and Audrey. Congratulations on your 10-year milestone. I was there at your live show in London, and though I'm sad that the podcast, as we know it, will come to an end, I am equally proud of you for making it this far and wish you both all the best in your future endeavours.
Thank you.
I have a dilemma. I've changed my name by default. I've been experimenting with names for a couple of years, and in January I decided to change my name officially.
Okay.
My friends have been so supportive and they already addressed me by my new name. I never felt connected with my former name and always disliked it since it's misidentified me.
Okay.
My former name was a biblical name, but it had Islamic roots. This meant that people would often assume that I was Muslim. Also, I was bullied at school, so negative experiences were attached to the name. Changing my name has been empowering since I feel like an agent in my own life who is shaping her own identity. Here lies the dilemma. My family do not know about my name change and I've now been forced to tell them. Recently, I booked a solo weekend trip to Italy and I told my mum this in passing over the phone. My mum and sister are extremely close and they talk every day. My sister got in touch and asked if she could tag along with me and go halves on the hotel as she could do the city break. I said yes, but later remembered that my flight and hotel are booking in my new name. My question is, how do I broach this with my mum and my sister? I know this is the right decision, even if some may say it is a selfish one. I felt happier since I've changed my name. I just fear the reaction from my family, especially my mum. I always know that they're not going to be keen on my new name. I was thinking that perhaps a way of softening the blow is not impose a new name on my family and allow them to continue calling me my former name. What would you do in this situation? Many thanks.
Do you know what? Yeah, I feel like you said it yourself, you're taking agency over your own life, but to have full agency means that you actually need to be transparent with people, including your family members, because otherwise, if you're so scared, and I understand like that your mum named you at the end of the day, she's going to have a deep attachment to that name, but ultimately it's your name. Do you know what I mean? Like you're the owner of it, you know, especially now that you're a grown up. So I just think that like you went through all of that. I don't know what the deed poll process is, but I can imagine it's quite extensive. You went through all of that just to like not tell your mum and sister, for them to be calling you by your old name. You better stand up on the decision that you made and tell them. Like at the end of the day, you haven't killed anyone. It's not a crime. You've made this decision for yourself. And yeah, at worst, it will take them they'll be a bit pissed and it will take them some getting used to. Like they'll misname you a few times. You know what I mean? Like they'll call you by your old name a few times. Hopefully eventually they get it right. But I think that you need to take the baton and run with it. You know, like, I just don't think you should do this agency thing half-hearted. So if you're gonna go full steam ahead and change your name, which you've done, you must tell everybody so that everybody can call you by it and so you can fully embrace it. So just tell them, you know? I mean, it sounds like you've got a decent enough relationship with your sister, so maybe start there, you know? And she's going to find out anyway if you guys are going away together. So I would start off with my sister and work my way up to mum.
Would you tell them before you go on holiday? Would you, when you get there, she realises, I'm like, oh,
yeah. I would tell them.
Before?
Yeah, just to save any confusion. And then you don't want her being like, that's not your... I mean, my sister would never, because she has more like composure than that. But you just don't want her to be met with any surprises.
Yeah.
I just think tell her from now.
What I would do is, right, this might not be good advice, I will build it up. Guys, I really need to talk to you, whatever. Like, make them really scared of what the possibility could be. I really want to talk to you guys. Oh, it's been in my mind, heavy, blah, 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 blah. So they're thinking, Jesus Christ, what is happening? They are fearing the worst. They're fearing bad things. When you get there, just to be like, as you guys know, you know, I've been wanting to talk to you guys. Say the reasons why you told us, like you don't feel like you identified with the name, you was bullied about it in school or whatever, like the Christian and the Muslim relations to it, like whatever it is, and be like, so I decided to change my name. And they're going to firstly just feel a sense of relief that you're not sick.
Exactly.
And then you're going to say to them, my new name is this, and I understand that it might take a while for you guys to get used to it, so I'm okay with you guys calling me my old name, but eventually maybe we can try calling me my new name. I feel more comfortable, I feel more happy. And I think you'd realise that it's not as earth-shattering as they might think it might be. Like your mum might be offended and your mum might be like, well, I'm still going to call you your original name. And you're like, okay, cool. But, and you said that was okay. You said that was okay. So that's what I would go with.
And the thing is, even if your mum does do that, it doesn't matter, because the bigger thing is you telling her. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's not carrying that. I would be damned if I went through all of this to finally get what I wanted for myself and it's still harming me. Do you know what I mean? Because essentially, by not telling them, your old name is still haunting you. So yeah, your mum might feel away, she might be pissed, she might misname you for a bit, but she knows. I think that's the bigger thing here, is that you're honest and transparent. So,
because I do think some people, like their names in a very like vacuous, no meaning way, don't suit them. Like, oh, I would have never thought that would be your name. You're like, oh, you don't look like her, Karen. Or you don't look like her, whatever. Yeah. And there were some people that are like, oh my God, you are your name.
Yeah, your name fits you so perfectly.
Yeah, I think my name and my date of birth suits me so well.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I'm like, oh my God, of course I'm born in September. Like, as in, everything, I'm just like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know if I saw you if I think you look like an Audrey.
No one
because
did.
I know you're an Audrey. Of course it suits you. But like, just to look at you, I don't know if I'd say
that. Everyone
like
always thinks Audrey's an old lady. Like it's an old lady name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's completely fair. But I've grown to love my name now. I mean, I never.
Did you have any issues yet?
I never had any really strong feelings either way. But now I've really grown to love it. But I'd never really thought about it before. All I know is that when I was younger, I wished I was called Sally. I know, what a nerd. Like, I love the name Sally so much. And I think it's just because it just sounds so feminine and girly.
Sally?
Yeah, but that is like, who's even called Sally anymore?
I've not heard the name Sally in years.
The only Sally that
it's
I can
also
think
an old
of was
woman
like
name, I think.
this blonde weather lady from back in the day was on BBC. Her name was Sally. But yeah, I just love that name, which is so random.
I'd always like the name Naomi. I was like, if I had an English name, I'd always want the name Naomi. And I was like, I can just name my child that.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, I'm not even giving my kids English names. So
you said, didn't it?
But yeah, I'm happy you are happy in your new identity. I think break it to them and it will be okay. I think I think sometimes people surprise us in their reactions, and hopefully you get a good surprise from your parents.
Yeah.
We're back in the studio, back in real time again.
Yes,
The last couple of episodes you might listen to might have been a little bit dated, but
Oh,
we're
yeah.
back.
We're back and we're better.
Back in action.
I'm looking at the
North London forever.
Koyoig.
Koyoig forever. I've been your girl, Tolly T.
And just call me Audrey.